Sister down the field more. If he has time, fires one in the inside the 15 of the Panthers.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
What is up? What is up? How are y'all doing today? Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. Happy hump day. How you doing? Before we get to the open panel here, because that's pretty much what we're going to do, is going to open up a panel. I want to get everybody's opinion on the draft. Let's give some shout outs real quick. California, Scott Jackson with the 9-8 prediction. Flavor J, what's going on? Sean Featherline, what is up? Pete Sakes, as always, welcome. Fred Dunlap, Mark, Amicus, Mr. Money Mitch, Joseph, my favorite Oos, Mr. Q, Pam, Chomp Chomp, yes, that's right. J Miami Sports, what is up? Mr. Adam Sadowski, Estefan, what is going on, man? And Mr. Raphael Courtright, how you doing, guys? What's up, Mike D? Let's drop the link real quick, because like I said, for some reason, hold on. Oh, man, hold on 1 second. Oh, man. Give me 1 second. I'm just going through some. All right, let's drop the link. Come up real quick and tell me how you guys loved it. What's up, Kevin Lee? How you doing, man? And first, how you doing, Pam?
Hey, everybody.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
How did you like the draft, by the way?
Parts of it I thought were excellent. Part of it I have a big question mark.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like how you get rid of a tight end who's more like a wide receiver and get a wide receiver who's more like a tight end. I'm a little bit clipped on that one.
Well, and you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to bring that up today as well. I think one of the things they like Gesicki, but being that if he was just going to be a wide receiver, they didn't want to pay him 17, 18 million a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They didn't want to pay that high end money, so they're going to pretty much get almost the same player, but with at a cheaper price. So I think they did want a receiving tight end, but at the same time, they didn't want to pay $15-17 million if you're just going to be a wide receiver and not a. Now, if he was both a blocking tight end, I could see paying the price of that admission. You know what I mean?
Yes. My thinking is that we're not going to use tight ends that much. You know, we didn't use, and if anybody, I like Durham Smythe. You know, I think he's got a lot.
You can't say we didn't use. You're going to put that on the quarterback that didn't use the tight ends.
No, I'm going to put it on the coach who didn't play call.
I mean, just because the quarterback didn't use the tight end didn't mean the coach didn't call a play for the tight end to be open. The quarterback probably just didn't look his way.
I saw him sitting on the bench a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as a matter of fact, hold on, Fred. As a matter of fact, Durham Smythe got more snaps than he did.
Yeah.
So, what are you saying? What are you saying?
Oh yeah, Shake, man. I know this guy. I know Devin A. Shea, man. I know he's a beast, man. I know. But I think in that spot right there, man, you know, we could have got a right tackle in that spot right there. We should have went for the right tackle right there, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think they may be going after a veteran. Because
we're a tight end this year.
A veteran, tackle maybe. But
I think that's our problem, yo. We trying to cover up our holes with free agent too much instead of just developing players that we get.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is I'm a Gator fan, and so is Pam, and that was the problem with Dan Mullen. Instead of getting recruits, he was relying too much on the transfer portals.
Yeah, like I never understood that with Chris Greer, yo. Like as many players as we drafted, yo, bring in a coaching staff that don't mind putting in the work and developing players, because that's all it is. The coaching staff is not working hard enough. They just doing the bare minimum and keep it moving.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Kenna. They do need to get in there and take care of business.
Yeah, like come on, man. Like I understand if you first time head coach and you want to come in and rely on some big name players. I understand that to get you through your first year, but your second, third, and fourth year, you should be developing players. Like, come on, where we at with this?
Well, I feel like a good portion of us Dolphin fans sat on our couch, and we're definitely couch coaches or whatever you want to call it. But I
coach rec. Well, I ain't gonna say I do now, but a year or two ago, I coached rec league baseball, and I had a bunch of first-time baseball players on top of me not knowing baseball that well. And I learned baseball and developed some first-time players that turned into some pretty solid players as of now as teenagers.
Right.
You know, so it's like I don't see where since it's on the professional level, I don't see where things kind of get twisted. You know what I'm saying? I know it's already proven and good players, but come on, like fundamentals is always something that can be worked on.
Well, but I was thinking specifically about the coaches, how, there were plays left on the field that all of us are scratching our head going, wait a minute, coach, why did you run this play 3 times when it didn't have a chance of working the first time? I get it. Like, sometimes somebody went the wrong way, but 3 times on
Did
the
we get a
same
break
play?
again?
Yeah, that's like when they get that little tablet and shit. When Tua get his little tablet and go over there to the sideline and sit on the bench and look, what is he looking at? Is he looking at Netflix or something?
The dinner
Like,
menu
Hey,
at
Shake.
Shula's?
Hey,
I don't
Shake.
know.
yeah,
Hey,
like
hey,
clearly
Shake,
they're
I
not
got a
looking at
question
the,
for you,
you know what I'm
Shake.
saying? Because there's too many
What's up?
plays.
Hey, because we didn't pick up Austin Jackson's 5th-year option or Noah Monogamy, does that mean that they won't be here, bro?
Well, it all depends on them.
I mean, look at what Chris Greer said. He said Austin Jackson was the starting tackle and not pick up the 5th year. How confusing is that?
Yeah, that's really confusing to me, man.
I mean, I kind of get the logic, though. We're not gonna pick up the 5th year,
I'm not,
but we're gonna start him to see if he want that
yeah,
position that
I
bad. I
don't,
mean, I kind of understand that thinking, but still,
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Shake.
Yeah,
that's still. Go
uh,
ahead, Pam.
there was a lot of play calling that I thought the coach dropped. And
Like
I,
a
I
changer?
get that there's,
We're
you
changing
know,
offense? Oh, okay.
the running game for
I'm
one
sorry.
thing, but you keep doing something until it stops working.
I mean, yeah and nay, because you don't want to keep doing it and they actually stop it, and it's hard for you to get the passing game going. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I just believe in a good mixture.
Yes, absolutely. And when weather is a factor, you run the ball. And if you're having success running the ball, you keep running the ball because you can control the game with the run game. And I'm not saying don't pass. I'm just saying you go with what works. And I hope that our coaches learn some things. And I know he's very smart.
Fred, you got a lot of background noise, bro.
Yeah, just put it on mute when you're not talking, Kevin. I mean,
Fred.
Fred. Hey, by the way,
I don't think he heard you. Just mute him, Shay.
Hey Fred, can you hear us?
I got it. I put it
Okay.
on.
All right, good. Thanks.
All right. Shout out to Kevin Lee with a $10 donation. Just showing some support, Shake. Appreciate you. Yeah, it seems like Miami is in the standstill mode and not win now mode. For what I saw in the draft, no offensive line upgrades or anything yet. Well,
And
I
I
don't know.
truly feel like in the draft, like if you're not in a position to draft the best available player or the best athlete, I feel like you failing in the draft anyway. Because you're not everything you need for the roster is not really going to pan out. You know what I mean? So like I get what they're saying. We got some pretty good players in the draft, but overall, the fact that we weren't able to take the best player available, I think it was a failure anyway.
Yeah. But
I definitely liked our first pick. I'm not sure why we took a running back. I mean, I think that kid definitely is gonna be, something. We'll see.
Like, yeah, go like I don't
Yeah.
mean to cut you off,
No,
but
go ahead.
you just reminded me like that move when we got with the running back. Don't nobody understand it because how many running backs we get, but that would have been the move that if you good and everywhere, that would have been the move. Like, okay, let me get the best available player right now. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? That
Yes.
would have been that move.
I will have to say, Kenna, I don't think that we had as many needs as a lot of people think. I feel like our offensive line is going to continue to improve like it did last year, I think having the same offensive coach for more than 5 minutes.
That was my bad, Shake, man. I'm on a bus, man, to Pittsburgh, man, and you know, I just switched buses, man. So
Oh,
Is that good? Hold on, let Pamela was cooking real quick.
So by what you saying, Pamela, they really just pointing out that we do need a quarterback. Like if everything else is good, then what's really the problem?
yeah. And I mean, unfortunately, we're still at a question mark with our quarterback position, and we won't know anything even after the season starts. Week to week, he's a question mark because if he hits that head again,
It's not only
we don't
the
know
head.
when it could happen.
It's not only the head. Just like, okay, let's think back when Colin Kaepernick was in the league and he was just destroying defenses.
Mm-hmm.
How many teams really had a full year to prepare for him? Nobody.
Right.
When they got that full year to prepare for him, everybody is all of a sudden like, okay, he trash now.
Right.
And that's my thing with the whole offense and Tua. Once defense get us figured out, which they probably already did, what are we going to do next? What do we have in the bag of tricks next?
See, I don't think Tua's that guy. I think he's got more talent than that, because if all it took was to figure out a quarterback, there's a lot of quarterbacks that have been shut down a long time ago. So I don't think that's Tua's issue. I think Tua's better than that. But his health is a question mark. And, if it's in the back of his head that if I hit my head, I could be done for, is he going to be able to focus on, the game?
So how good do you actually think he is? Because, the Bengals are a championship caliber team. And that Thursday night when we went up against him, he was not doing too hot.
Well, I got lots of issues with that game against the Bengals. I have a name for everybody, but I got a lot of issues with that game, and it wasn't really Tua that I had the issue with. But my husband swears that Tua's the guy. But the health thing, like I said, we start, if we go in week 3, we're 3-0. The next week, we still got a question mark. Every week, it's a question mark. Every week, I feel like we're walking on nails and glass. Every week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so what do you do when your quarterback can't hit the out route?
Yeah.
Well, but by the way, I wanted to touch on something real quick.
I mean,
I just remembered. No problem. You're bringing up Colin Kaepernick, and as a matter of fact, in my opinion, that's why I think Lamar Jackson hit his ceiling, because this guy wasn't changing because he had the same Roman was the same offensive coordinator, so he wasn't switching up. So I think Lamar Jackson is going to do a little better now because he's going to have a different offensive coordinator to run a different scheme and give him something different, different look to run.
I agree with that. They really ain't gave Lamar a chance to pass that ball in the spread offense. Everything is just being tight, run style, play action, everything off the run.
Yeah.
So, maybe we'll see who Lamar really is. You know what I mean? He did. He is 45-17. That don't happen on accident.
Right. Yeah, because 45 games is a pretty good sample size. Hey.
Fans up, everybody. Before we get started, which quarterback can hit the out route? Which quarterback was that?
Oh man, here we go. All right, B. Go ahead, say what you gotta say.
Well, I'm just asking. I just heard you say, what do you do when your quarterback can't hit the out route?
He was talking about Tua.
Which quarterback are you talking about?
Say who? I just asked, what do you do when your quarterback can't hit the out route? I didn't say who it was.
Right. That's what I'm asking you. Which quarterback? I didn't hear your name on it.
I didn't put no name on it.
Oh, well,
that's the whole thing.
That's probably for that team. That's probably for that team to figure out.
You already know.
That's probably for that team to figure out, because our quarterback led the league in air yards and deep throw percentage and QBR, and he was up there. He was like, and he missed the better part of 5 games, and he still finished in the top 3. So I don't know which quarterback you're talking about. It's not the Dolphins.
Okay, numbers don't tell it all, but I get where you're going.
Oh my God, not numbers don't tell it all.
They don't tell it all, bro. Like,
but look, that's all we got to go by.
Do you play sports?
They didn't play the game yesterday, but they're not playing the game at this moment. So all you can
do you play sports? Do you play sports?
Listen, they're not playing the game at this moment.
Do you play sports?
Absolutely, I play sports.
All right, so you do know that it is a thing. It is a thing called garbage time, right?
But you do understand what?
You do know that it's a thing called garbage time, right?
You do know in Tua's first 8 games he was undefeated, right?
My point.
You do know he was undefeated in his first 8 games, right?
My point proven, bro.
You know he was the last starting quarterback in the NFL to lose a game, right?
You proving my point even more, bro.
How? The defense.
You do know it's garbage time, right? You do know it's garbage time, right?
You do know our defense finished Shake Money where?
What? Right. Defense finished last.
Where did our defense finish ranking?
Where did I don't know? Tell me where.
Close to the 20s, if not in the 20s, right?
Yeah.
And our offense finished top. Yeah. Our offense was top 5.
And what yardage?
And we
yardage?
Said like, hold on.
In yardage?
I'm killing your narrative. If you allow me to kill your narrative,
before you kill the narrative, let me give a shout out to Super Chat real quick, and then you can kill all the narratives. Shout out to Kevin Lee with another $10 donation. I think we need to play the teams out the gate when Tua is healthy, because even in December, Tua has trouble winning games versus good teams or in the hunt. So. All right, go ahead, kill the narrative.
Okay. All right, so our defense finished in the 20s. Our offense finished top 5. Our running game finished. Wait, I'm not finished. Our running game finished 28, and we was 32 in rushing attempts, right? So all that equals up to us being 9-7. At one point, it was 8-3. Where does the garbage time come in at?
What's the Houston Texans defense rank?
No, but I don't know. But I know Buffalo defense was ranked. I know New England defense was ranked. I know Baltimore defense was ranked. I know Detroit had a pretty good defense at the time. I do know those things.
Okay, well, I do remember us winning off of a last play on the both of New England games. So don't even try to say.
The Jets had a top 3 defense. The Jets had a top 3 defense, and with my quarterback, we whooped them. Without my quarterback, we lost.
All right, bro. I'm gonna tell you like this, bro.
I know.
I'm gonna tell you like this, bro.
It got to be factual.
When it comes to him doing it, when it comes to him showing and proving that he's the reason why we're winning, it's not going to be a no-go, bro. For real, because just like in the Houston Texans game, when Teron Armstead got took it out the game, what happened?
We won.
Yeah, we won, but at the end of the day, did he not struggle?
But wait,
did he not struggle against the team he was lighting up?
You said you can't give it to Tua until we can prove that he's responsible for winning the games. Okay, well, I'm going to ask you, can you prove that he's not responsible for winning the games?
Pittsburgh.
Who was the starting quarterback?
What was his numbers like then? Since numbers tell it all. What was his numbers since numbers tell it all?
Both teams had quarterbacks.
What was his numbers since numbers tell it all? What was his numbers in the Pittsburgh game since numbers tell it all?
So we could have took his quarterback. We could have took Pittsburgh's quarterback, and we would have did the same thing, right?
We probably would have with the team we got.
So why Pittsburgh didn't do it?
Because they don't have the team we got. They don't have the roster we have.
So why you bringing it up then? If it's so close, then they could have won. It don't make sense.
You like bro. The game has to be played.
Who won the game?
The numbers tell it all. Let's look at Tua numbers in that Pittsburgh game.
I didn't say the numbers tell it all.
And
I said the numbers are all we have right now. Numbers are all we have right now.
Look at his numbers and we still won.
They're not playing. So all you can do is look at the numbers. They're not playing right now.
Oh my God, bro! They played last year, bro. They're
not playing at this
bro.
moment.
This year ain't even here yet.
In order for you to talk
the
about
next year
last
ain't
year's
even
numbers,
here yet.
in order for you to talk about last year's games, you have to talk about the numbers. That's the only way you can talk about the game.
All right, so I just asked you what was his numbers in the Pittsburgh game.
Well, the whole team played poorly, but we won.
You dodging it too. All right then. So like I was saying, bro, at the end of the day, when they figured quarterback out,
who do you prefer us have at quarterback? I guarantee you already beat him. I guarantee whoever you prefer at quarterback, Tua has a winning record against him. Who do you prefer at quarterback?
I mean, I prefer a competent quarterback at quarterback.
Okay, but like who? If you had your pick, who would you pick as quarterback for the Miami Dolphins right now?
Right now, if I was to pick a quarterback, I would have went with Deshaun Watson.
Based on what?
Based on what? Based on the numbers he put up when he didn't have no star receivers, when he had a bunch of no names at receivers. Based on that.
You mean they had a bunch of receivers that you didn't know?
Nah, they had a bunch of no-name receivers, bro. Who did he have? What was the star receiver that the Houston Texans had?
I'm not a Cleveland fan, but what has Deshaun Watson won in the NFL?
I mean, when you got a star defensive player coming to you apologizing in front of the public, then hey, that's confirmation enough.
What has Deshaun Watson won in the NFL?
Like I say, he don't want how many? He don't want to playoff games. He don't went to a championship game.
Brother. So you're not just making up stuff.
Hey, bro. However you want to slice the cake.
I can't hold this conversation, bro. You're gonna make up stuff. I can't do it.
However you want to slice the cake, bro. However you want to slice the cake. If you was to put Deshaun Watson on this team that Miami got right now, Deshaun Watson would be a way better quarterback than Tua Tagovailoa.
Based on what?
Based on what I've seen.
Based on what?
Based on what I've seen.
What have you seen?
Hold on for a second, real quick. Tua's numbers in the Pittsburgh game was 21 of 35, 261 yards for one touchdown.
Oh, that's not bad. How many interceptions he threw, Shake?
No interceptions.
How many fumbles he had, Shake?
No turnovers.
Oh, okay.
One thing I can tell you.
He laughing at average ass stats, yo. Like, come on, bro. You laughing at average stats. You laughing at stats. You laughing at stats. He laughing at stats that a Rex Grossman would have put up too.
Mountie. So one thing I can say for a fact is, first of all, I don't see any cake. And secondly, it doesn't do us any good to talk about last year's stats. I know that's what we got right now. But we argue the Tua thing all the time. And the fact is, we're not going to all agree. I have a question mark where Tua is concerned. And I'm pretty sure most of us do. Even if, you think Tua is the guy, you got a question mark. Well, I mean, I hope he can do it. If he doesn't, I hope they're giving Skyler or somebody a lot of reps with number one, because we better have a backup plan that is awesome, because we've got everything else we need to win. We were so close to winning, I don't know, 3 or 4 more games at least? How close? Both of the Buffalo games, we were so close. So I feel like no matter what Tua's stats were, everything changed with that 4th concussion. Everything changed, or the 3rd, or whatever. I can't keep
Only
track.
two.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought too.
There you go. Only two. You know how many it was.
So that's a great
had 3.
That's a great.
We had 3.
And you said you only have the one question, and I guarantee you're just like me and 99% of educated Dolphin fans, that the only question you have is about injury and not about play. See, that's the difference between me and Buddy up here, and who I've been going back and forth with, is that he's still on Tua's play. And to me, that's crazy. That's asinine to me. That's unfathomable that somebody.
It don't matter what it is to you, bro. It don't matter what it is to you.
I
Because
believe
everybody
that.
is great in their own way. If you want to be real about it, I don't
How
wish
do
nothing bad
you
against
the
the boy.
only one
I
that
don't wish
said
nothing
he
bad
can't
against the
play.
boy. But you ain't gonna sit here and tell me that just because I prefer somebody else, I don't know what I'm talking about. That's asinine within itself.
I didn't say you don't know what you're talking about. All I'm saying is you're the only
That's
one
how
that
you
still
was coming at me. You could say it within a you could
Okay,
say it
but
in a
I can
confident
tell you,
voice, bro. Come on, quit playing like you ain't no real
I can
play,
tell
no
you,
real bro.
I can tell you rather than you just assuming. So I will tell you. I'm not saying that
Okay,
you
what else?
don't know what you're talking about. What I'm saying is you're the only one who's questioning Tua's play.
Okay.
You don't
Now,
So
find that
what?
like
So
I
what,
have
bro? He
to
haven't
push
proved
back a
nothing to me.
little bit on that because I do question his play a little bit. I'm not.
okay.
I mean, I do think he's very talented. I think he's smart. I think the improvement that he showed each season moving forward, if he improves that much more and can stay reasonably healthy, I think we are looking at a top team for sure.
So if Tua
But
don't miss a game last,
sometimes his holding on to the ball too long, like there were just times I'm thinking, first of all, he would have the first down if he just ran. And it wasn't like he was going to get waylaid either. There were multiple times I thought, dude, the first down is right there. Just go.
What's
And
going
there
on,
were
gents?
times
Hey,
that
Miss
he
Van,
held
Miss
on
Van.
to the ball too long.
so let me ask you a question. We finished 9-7. We finished 9-7 with Tua missing 4.5 games. If
Yes.
Tua doesn't miss a game, what is our record?
I say we win at least 2 to 3 more.
So that's 12.
Yeah.
So 12-5 season is a pretty good season.
It's a great
right?
season. Yep.
And even with 12 wins, you're still questioning his play?
Well, he didn't get 12 wins, Nick.
Well,
He
no,
didn't get 12
that's why I
wins.
said
I know
hypothetical.
we
That's
were
why we're
talking
talking
about if he
hypothetical.
was. Yeah, we were just saying if he was healthy. That's all.
Yeah, I can't hypothetically.
See, that's
I
that's
can't.
that's the crazy part.
That's all we got is hypothetical.
It's okay for them to play hypothetically, but when somebody else play hypothetically without Tua, then they don't know it. Like that's crazy, yo. Y'all always play that ifs. There's too many ifs in the category.
So
Dave,
besides the
who the
New York
goalpost
Jets
was
game,
There's a
Tua?
lot of ifs, yes.
besides the New York Jets game, right? Besides the New York Jets game when they scored 40 points on us without Tua, all the other losses we had with other quarterbacks, name one game we got blown out.
We didn't.
And
A lot of
those other
that was
games,
on our defense
wait,
keeping us in
those
the
other
game
A
games,
too.
loss is a loss.
those
What
other
do you
games that we
mean,
didn't get
bro?
blown out,
Like
those other games that
why
we didn't get blown, the games that we didn't
But
get
Nick,
blown out without
I
Tua,
swear they
our
always be
receivers didn't
pulling
catch
that
a
whole bunch
touchdown.
of bull crap.
We
Nick,
said
Our
how we would get the wins. We said Color how we would get the extra wins. He was saying if Tua played 4 more games, was it?
Who's to
I
know he
think
would have
our
won? You can't
record
just
Yeah,
is
automatically
yeah, we
assume
know
that
we
he
defense.
would have
would.
won
who's
those
to know?
games. You
It's
can't
all
She's
just
telling you what she
automatically assume
believes.
that.
That's all we
She's
got is
telling you what she
hypothetical.
believes. She's telling you what she believes. Respect
You
that.
just automatically assuming that he won those 4 games if he not hurt.
I
Oh my
didn't
God.
say 4.
That's what
I
she
said 2 or
believes.
3. I said 2 or 3.
That's what she
Hey
believes.
Nick, hey Nick.
I wasn't
So
talking to
answer
her.
me this. So Nick, if we would have ran the game,
Oh
if we would have
God.
ran the ball more than 8 times in San Francisco game, would have won then?
It's a possibility. Absolutely. Coach would probably tell you that. Coach would probably tell you that.
Because
He
I
asked
mean
the
a lot of
question, Color. He asked the question, so I just,
But
answered
see,
the
I want to
question.
say this: those games that we didn't get blown out by teams when Tua didn't play, our receivers didn't catch one touchdown, not one, and we didn't get
There were a
blown out
lot of
by those games.
drops. There were a lot of drops, but I think a lot of those drops were also with Skylar in the game too,
They didn't catch
as
it,
well.
absolutely.
but the point still remains the same. They didn't catch one touchdown in 5 games without Tua.
I mean, y'all got to be further than receivers. They are. I mean, I don't know how much of a difference it is because I really played DB. But, from a left-handed quarterback to a right-handed quarterback, I don't know. That probably was a lot of big play in it, too.
No,
I
not over
feel
5
like.
games, bro. Not over 5 games. Tyreek and Jalen didn't catch a touchdown in 4.5 games, and they were still at the top of the league with touchdown scores. So come on, man, y'all got to give this man a little props, man.
Hey, I get Tua his props. I get Tua his props. I like the kid. I like him.
I like him because he's the Dolphins quarterback, period. And I don't have nothing negative about any player on my team.
Yeah, as it stands right now, just keeping it 100, he gives us our best chance to be successful. So I mean, I get it. Me personally, I don't. I mean, I don't get personally invested to any one player. Whoever can get the job done, get it done. It's about the end result for me.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm with that too. Like I believe we all with that. Whoever get it done, getting it done. It's about the organization as a whole winning. That's what it's really all
About the
about.
colors.
We
colors.
understand that, but it's always that the different sides always want to come at you just because you got your opinion or something.
And you're right about that. You're right about that. But see, the thing about it is, the people that's like people like me, I understand that a lot of your opinion, and I might not be accurate on you, but a lot of the opinions from people like you were predestined by the media and by other people, and that you guys took that and you just fed that narrative.
See, sometimes,
I think he's knocked
bro.
out a lot of those same stereotypes that he came out with.
Sometimes it comes from the fact that you see a player play and you look at the history of things and then you make your decision on something, right?
I don't know.
Because he had a good year last year doesn't mean it's been like that every year.
Yeah, but he's a winning quarterback. He has a winning record in the NFL.
Hey, look, you can go off the winning record all you want to, but I look at how you got there. That's how I look at it. I look at how you got there.
You just said it don't matter.
I mean, like I say, it don't matter. Because how you got there is how you got there. But like I said, I look at how you got there.
If Tua is healthy, the Miami Dolphins will be the representative for the AFC in the Super Bowl.
That's how we roll. Sounds good. Hey, Nick, it sounds good, man.
I think my reputation.
So. We can go hypothetically too. I wonder if Tua would have even got drafted if he didn't go to Alabama.
See what I'm saying? Like, look, see, this is the thing with me. I asked this question and I befuddled a lot of people the last time we was on the panel. I asked this question. This is a serious question. Keena, what would you get more pleasure from? Your inhibitions about Tua becoming true, he become trash as ass, or the Dolphins win the Super Bowl? What would you get more pleasure from?
I would get more pleasure from us winning the Super Bowl, bro. I've been a fan all my life. What is you talking about?
I think you're determined to say that Tua is garbage and you're not going to be happy.
I'm not determined for none of that.
Oh, no,
I just say it, bro.
I've
been a fan. Look, let me tell you something, bro. I'm 38 years old. You know what I'm saying? I come from North Carolina. You know what I mean? I was the only Dolphins fan in my high school, bro. Do you know how much shit that I got just from the Dolphins fucking being mediocre?
Man, Tua is the best quarterback we had since Dan.
Do you hear what I'm saying, bro?
Tua is the best quarterback we had since Dan.
Do you hear what I'm saying, bro? I've been following this team for 20 plus years, bro. And at the end of the day, you mean to tell me I only see one playoff appearance in I don't know how many years?
And
I'm gonna say two because we did do the Pittsburgh, but we got our ass whooped. You feel me? Like, come on, bro. I want to see us win the Super Bowl. I ain't down on the kid. I want to see the kid be successful. But at the end of the day, if you don't show me that, then how can I give you that?
Okay, so the thing about it, you want to see him successful, then why not one time have you not shown any excitement for any of his strengths? You're only talking about his weaknesses. And that's all.
Because at the end of the day, you only as strong as your weakest link.
And I don't think he's nowhere near the weakest link.
Say what you want to say, bro. I feel that, but hey, if everybody's screaming about an offensive line and the organization is saying we don't need no offensive line, then what is that saying?
Only the fans are doing that. Only the fans are doing that.
I mean, bro, we've been seeing it. We've been seeing it. Like, come on, like I get what you're saying. Only the fans. I get what you're saying. Only the fans. But hey, look at how many linemen we done had. Look how many done came. Look how many done gone. You feel me? Like, I get what you're saying. It's the fans, but we see a lot too.
We was a bad run organization for 20 years. And in 2019, the keys was handed over to a whole new concept. And you can't sit up there and say this shit haven't been on a trend upward.
You can say what you want to say, but Greer hasn't won a playoff game yet.
Oh my God, man.
Okay, now you always wanted to shut me up earlier. Now look who's quiet. Come on,
Oh,
bro.
I
this is the
think
best. This is the best Miami Dolphins team we've had since 2001, man.
And at the end of the
I
day,
don't
I can
disagree.
sit here
Yeah,
and tell you that some teams have been a little bit better if the talent was just swapped out. Like give us a couple of receivers when we had Ricky Williams.
Oh, come on, that was 20 years ago, man.
Okay, though you're right. That was 20 years ago, though. That was 20 years ago, though, right? Chris Greer still haven't won a playoff game as of today.
Some teams haven't even been in the playoffs in that stretch of time.
that's
Hey,
true.
look. We ain't sitting here. We ain't sitting here trying to be like the New York Knicks right now. Just happy as hell to be in the playoff game. The goal is to win the Super Bowl. So how can you be happy
Absolutely.
if the goal is to win the Super Bowl?
I think we all agree on that. We don't all agree on a whole bunch of stuff, but I think we all agree on that for sure.
But Pam,
That's
I
what
think
we
you
all
and I,
want.
Pam, I think you and I, we may not be in such a panic mode because we actually remember the glory days. So I can understand from somebody who never experienced that they can have this type of PTSD. But I actually remember,
Look,
like,
bro, I don't got
38.
PTSD
Hold on, look,
because I am a
remember,
Laker fan, so I know what a winning organization looks like.
I
Well,
remember,
Don't
I remember where I
I'm
was.
hitting the head with that one too,
Chicago
bro.
Bears. You know what I'm saying? I
You
remember
know what I
where
mean?
I
I know
was.
what winning look like. I know what championships is. I
I
know the
remember where
excitement
I
of
was
winning.
when we made the Super Bowl against San Francisco, right? I remember where I was when we
Me
made
too.
the when we made the Super Bowl against the Washington Redskins.
Me
Like,
too.
I remember those. See, you haven't seen any of that, so you have a little PTSD, and I understand that.
I'm actually surprised at how many younger people are diehard Dolphin fans. I'm surprised because we haven't done anything in a long time, and I give them all the props in the world for staying true to the Dolphins, no matter what, hoping year in and year out.
But just
I mean,
because,
you're
hold on,
right.
Pamela,
We've
don't mean
been
to
there,
cut you
Nick.
off, Pamela, but just that right there, pause right there. That being said, right there, the ones that feel some type of way about Tua are fans like that.
Of
And at
course.
the end of the day, we're the ones getting scrutinized because we don't, you know what I mean? Like, that's
Yes, I do.
crazy. That's
Yes, I do.
crazy.
Hey, and I'm gonna say this: I'm not advocating for anything. Hey, our backup quarterbacks got playoff experience.
That is true. And at the end of the day, what's another head scratcher to
And
me
was
is
close to
you
winning it
don't
too.
take. Look, we could have took Henry Hooker, right? You don't take him, you pass on him, but you turn around and you sign an undrafted free agent quarterback.
Oh, Jack Blackson or Jack Blackson?
Yeah, like
James
the
Blackman. James Blackman.
Oh yeah, he's a camp
organization is
body.
making is
So,
head scratching.
so
He is.
what's Keanu,
Yeah, no,
They
no,
can have.
and what I said in the chat is what kind of I'm surprised nobody talks about. For me, I feel that both Waddle and specifically during the playoff game, it was very unprofessional how they were complaining and purposely dropping passes during that game. Like
some ass shit right there.
Hey, yo,
that's not.
can you hear me, Shay?
Yeah.
Hey, no, let me get in real quick, please, everybody. Please,
Yeah,
Pamela,
I can hear
everybody,
you.
please,
Go ahead.
Hey,
give me
Go ahead.
give me 10 seconds, please.
Go ahead, Cat.
What's
Go ahead.
good, dog?
Hey, man, I just don't understand, man. Hey, hope everybody's okay, man. Hey, Big Nick, man, do you understand, man, that I was there at training camp rooting on Tua, saying that the guy was good, the pit bull is here, the golden pit bull's here to reign. Do you understand how many times that man made me look like a fool? For you to say that I never had that man's back, tell me from the rip you don't listen to our content and you just newcoming.
Okay, so I understand it was
That's
directed
cool.
at to me.
The ambassador in
I
the
understand
building.
you directed that to me, Cap for Life. But again, that's a receipt that I'm going to have to ask you to pull up. When did I say you guys? When did I say that?
No, you're saying to us that we don't have his back. We've
No,
had
I
that
didn't
man's
say that.
back.
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say
Okay,
that.
I just want to make it clear because every time we rooted for that man, he ended up getting like a game and a half thrown to the other opposition and throwing interceptions. That's not our fault.
No,
Hold on. What's up?
and
What's up,
honestly,
Mark?
Big Nick, I can criticize his play
Hey,
too.
what are you doing?
I can actually
I can do
criticize his
what I
play
want to
because
do, man.
Hey,
I
Mark.
can do what I want to do. Just how I can defend
Hi.
it. I can defend it. Whenever y'all say the what ifs, I can say the what ifs on the other side.
yeah,
So just
no,
like y'all can do it, I can
Yeah,
do
you
it.
can't say what if to nothing, man.
So
What you
can you,
saying
Nick?
don't make sense.
Okay,
Can you
well,
defend the fifth year option declines? Can you? Nothing, huh?
no,
oh, you
and
mean
Nick,
with Austin Jackson? With Austin Jackson? Austin Jackson? Yeah, no, we're not going to pay him $14 million a year.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Right there,
We're
right
not
there.
going to guarantee $14 million
Nick,
Austin Jackson.
for me, that's hypocritical from this franchise. Then they're picking up the 5th-year option for a quarterback who has health concerns, yet they're not picking up.
Man. Okay, well, y'all had that discussion amongst yourselves, man. Because,
No, I'm not going that deep. Hey, Big Nick, I'm not trying to go that deep, but I'm just trying to see that you understand where we're coming from now. When the hypocrisy, exactly. When the hypocrisy is thrown, nobody want to listen. But when your GM tells you that these guys are starting and then they don't get the 5th-year option pickup, does that not raise your eyebrows?
No, it happens all over the league.
No, and see, Nick. What
happens all over the league.
When I said that.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the Jets didn't pick up their offensive line 5th year.
Yeah, it happens all over the league. It's a business decision. Look, man, the chances of you hitting on a draft pick, man, that shit is smaller than winning the lottery, man.
You weren't saying that last week.
And Nick, this is the way you reacted when I said it's hypocritical.
Don't tell me the way I was acting. Tell me what I said, man, because you don't know how I act.
No, the way you reacted.
You came out here saying that you came out here saying that we were casual, that we didn't need a running back, but you get a selective amnesia. I get it.
No, that wasn't Nick saying that.
No,
that wasn't Big Nick saying that.
Nick.
No,
I said the way
Nick
you reacted when I said it's hypocritical of this franchise picking up the 5th-year option of a quarterback who has injury concerns, yet they're not picking up the 5th-year option of a guy who's a little bit usually healthier than he is. Explain that to me. That's BS to me. Like that. Explain that. Like, why are you picking up a quarterback?
Wait. So Anthony, so if you think that's hypocritical, then you would say that roughly they played about the same amount of time, roughly, right? They played about the same amount of time. So that's the tier where they got their 50.
That makes it even worse.
Listen, come on. They played about the same amount of time. You're going to say demonstrably that they're on the same level? That one is no more valuable than the other one?
No, I'm saying why?
So what are you saying?
Why are they choosing? Why are they picking and choosing? Why not make Tua?
Because one is shown to be more valuable than the other one.
I thought the tackle was supposed to be the most important thing on the team because you're protecting your quarterback's blind side. If you don't have a good right tackle, you're screwed.
Adam Gates was going to be the next Don Shula. Sometimes you get it wrong.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is I find it kind of like I criticize. You're being selective on who you give the 5th-year option to. You're
I'm not being selective at all. I have no information. I just roll with what the hell the team. I'm a fan of the name on the front.
Hey, let's just be real.
Of the name on the front.
I get that. But you were a big fan.
The team that they're giving me, I'm riding with it.
Okay, all right. Okay, I know where this is going. Okay, all right, yeah. Okay.
Hey, can I just have a minute of feedback here? Okay, let me try to look at it from my perspective.
Coming at me for a real dog fan.
That's fine. I think I have a good feel on the Dolphins. You give Tua the 5th-year extension because if he does play up to expectations, $23,175,000 for a quarterback next year. Awesome. And the reason you don't give
sorry about that. Sorry, Mark. You're out for 20 minutes.
God,
no, but see, this is as a fan, like I'm probably one of the younger guys on the panel. Most of you guys are older than me, probably.
Actually, whatchamacallit? Noah Neer is here is the youngest, actually.
Yeah, no, and for me as one of the younger Dolphins fans, I almost gave up on the team, and I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan. I almost got so desperate to get a Jets jersey. That's how desperate I got.
I'm done with you then, bro. I know you came close.
No, you didn't.
I know you came close.
TMI, Tony. TMI. Get out of there. Avoid Tony. Get out of there, Tony. TMI.
Can I get 10 seconds? Go to it.
Get out of there, bro. Run.
Hold on. Did I just hear Tony get a Jets jersey?
No, I said I almost got desperate enough because our quarterback can't stay healthy.
Don't ask me.
Can I get 10 seconds? Can I get 10 seconds?
Yes, Fred. I know you're on the bus, man.
Okay. You know, this is what I'm looking. This is what I'm looking from Tua. I mean, it's nothing out the way or anything like that, because what this offense is going to come down to, because it's kind of figured out a little bit. What I'm looking for from Tua is off-script play. That's the only thing going to get this offense through this season. It's going to be plenty of off-script play, and that's what I need to see. When he shows me that, then I'll give him a chance. Okay, but when you leave the pocket and the pocket is good, but you just leave it for nothing, or when you need to leave the pocket but you don't, now I'm guessing your footwork then. You understand? Like, this is going to come down to off-script play, and this is what's going to keep Tua healthy, is off-script play. Bottom line. I'm not ragging on him. I'm not hating on him. I just need to see this from him. I've never seen this from him. I need to see this.
Yeah, I don't disagree. We all want to see it for sure.
Because when Tua got hurt against Cincinnati, that defensive tackle was 10 yards away before Tua was even looked like he was going to get sacked. And that's when he got hurt. Come on, man. Come on. That's common sense, man. You don't get caught by no defensive tackle 10 yards away. Show me some off-script play, man. And that's how you keep yourself from getting hurt. That's all.
I got you.
Yeah, he could easily get rid of that ball in the Bengals game. Easily.
Easy. When he was back there, that defensive tackle was nowhere near in play for 3 seconds.
He could have easily threw that ball way over Mike Gesicki's head, but he didn't.
Or could have just took off to the side.
He could have easily not threw that ball to Jalen Waddle for a 6 touchdown, but he did it. He could have easily not drove down the field against it. I mean, come on, man.
Nick, what was Tua's record? Let me ask you something. What was Tua's record before the Green Bay game?
He was like 8-1.
I'm talking, okay. Give me his 3 games before the Green Bay game. Was he on a winning streak before that game?
Testing.
Huh?
I don't know if he played those 3 games before.
I'm talking about, okay, before the Green Bay game.
I don't know how many of those games he played.
Was he on a winning streak before the Green Bay game?
I can't answer that because I can't remember right now, and I don't want to come from my uneducated.
Oh, okay. Somebody tell me that, please. Somebody tell me that.
But I can tell you this, Fred. I can tell you this.
What's that?
In 3 years as a starter, he has a winning record.
And what?
In 3 years as a starting quarterback in the NFL, he has a winning record.
Okay. And we had a 7th round quarterback win an important game to get in the playoffs and almost pull a
So does
playoff
Lamar
game out.
Jackson.
So what?
Lamar Jackson has a winning record, and you were still hating on him. So what's the difference?
I don't hate on Lamar Jackson.
Tell me Tua's record.
I don't hate on Lamar Jackson.
Was he on a winning streak?
I don't hate on Lamar Jackson. I can call Lamar Jackson's cousin on the phone right now, buddy. I've never hated on Lamar Jackson. I never hated on him. Yeah,
why didn't you do that last month, bro? Why are you a month late holding this information?
What are you talking about?
You were hating on Lamar, Nick.
I've never hated on
we could
Lamar
have had the
Jackson.
exclusive, Big Nick.
Okay, well, all right. Just because I didn't want him at the Miami Dolphins don't mean I'm hating on him, buddy.
And this is why I don't understand why you call yourself
it was a hidden agenda.
Bro.
Because I think different from you. Because I think different from you. That's why you don't understand why I don't be
No, it ain't because of that. It's because you don't recognize the simple, better quarterback between them two.
There's who? Who's the arbitrator?
You must know.
Who's the arbitrator? Who's the arbitrator?
20 minutes from
Hey,
Mark.
but real talk. Hey, Big Nick,
Who's
real
the
talk. What do you
arbitrator
think
of
about
recognizing what's real and not? Who's the arbitrator of
hey,
that?
hey, real talk, Big Nick. What you think about the contract for Lamar?
I'm so happy for him.
But if he'd have came here, he'd have been overpaid.
The only thing that's kind of gonna make me sad is that this shit Joe Burrow finna do to the market ain't gonna be fair.
Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah.
This
I
shit ain't
think
gonna
you're
be
right.
fair, man.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I get a little sad about. This shit ain't gonna be fair.
Yeah. We thought Hertz was the one, but what's fixing to happen? What's fixing to go down is kind of
What Burrow about to do? Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny.
I'm already gonna try to fair, so I don't feel let's say. I mean, I troll a team, but I don't hate on players. I'm always pro player.
Man, don't you realize that if Lamar Jackson did come, would have put us over the top, bro? Would have put us over the top.
Based on what?
Based on his ability alone.
So why haven't you that same ability to put his own team? Why haven't you that same ability to his own team?
Based on $155 million guaranteed.
You know what?
He did that for his own team.
You know, he ain't have nothing to work with. Simple as that.
Okay.
Simple as that. Come on, Mark Andrews is your main dude. Come on, man.
Hey, hey guys, can I ask? I gotta ask Big Nick and Pam a question if they're both still here. I don't know if Pam's still here, but I think Big Nick is. Like, I'm 46 years old, right? And y'all talk about how, and I understand what you're saying, Big Nick. You're not wrong that fans are suffering from PTSD and all that. But I want you to be aware of who those fans are. They're fans that are 46 years old. They're not young fans who don't care because they got their whole lives ahead of them. What do they care if Tua's a project or our team's a project, right? And then you got folks like you, God bless your souls, that fall into the category of people that could have been my parents, right?
No.
And y'all got to see your Super Bowl. Hold on.
I'm only 6 years older than you.
Hold on. Y'all dangled the greatness of the Miami Dolphins in front of your kid's face, and now we're 46 years old and we still ain't got a championship. You want to turn around and blame us for feeling bad about that?
I don't know what you're talking about blaming fans. I'm not blaming anybody. I actually said, Color.
You don't fit in that category at all, and I can prove it right now, Color. Because my tag says Big Nick down since '82.
No, but you want to question. You want to do like hold on.
I'm calling you out.
With all due respect, you want to do like EM does. You want to come up here and point your finger at who's a better fan and who's not.
You don't qualify to
I don't even know where that's coming from.
Pam, I'm sorry, Pam. Only about 10% was meant for you as far as reminiscing the days when you got to see the championship.
Now let me talk. Since you call my name,
He didn't say anything bad about younger fans. I mean, I think the whole point was.
No, Pam, English or something. Pam, I just told you that I wasn't intending all of that to go to you. I'm talking about.
Now let me address you, Color, since you addressed me. Now listen. Now let me.
You didn't even let me finish addressing you. I got piled on before I even finished what I was saying. So now I'm gonna leave because I ain't got energy for this bullshit tonight.
Color, don't leave. Don't Color leave.
Damn, man. It's always me. It's always me interrupting everybody.
Nah, Color, don't leave, man. Don't leave.
Man, fuck this, man.
Nah, don't leave,
Don't you
Color.
question my fandom one more fucking time, bro.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Don't leave.
So I'm still gonna address you. I'm still gonna address that fake outrage because if people listen to me and stop trying to catch me in a gotcha moment, then it'll be real easy. What I said was I remember the time when the Miami Dolphins was a dominant team. I remember the time that I could walk around with my chest held high. I have that in my memory bank. I understand the younger generation don't have that. I do. That's why I don't flip out and get crazy.
Anybody else that wants to blame me for interrupting people? No, it's my turn to talk right now. I wasn't finished. Okay,
so you hold ass, you know.
Blame. Hey, the next person wants to blame me for interrupting people. You need to clip this shit right the fuck now, right now, at this timestamp. Okay, I didn't even finish what the fuck I was saying before everybody on this panel started piling on me. You want to pile on me? You want to come up here and talk about who is a real fan, who really knows football. Well, that's your prerogative, bro. But it's my prerogative to say this right here. You don't question my fandom. As a grown man telling another man, with all due respect, you don't question my fandom.
My turn?
Yeah, I'm done. That's a long enough pause to assume that I'm finished talking.
All right. So not once did I question your fandom. Not once. I was just trying to verbalize what I have come to understand is the reason why I don't share the same doomsday sentiment as a lot of younger fans is because I was around for the glory. I remember. Right. Let me finish, Color. God damn. The fuck you gonna understand what I'm saying if you don't let me finish?
I understand that. That's all I was saying. That part I understand. So, continue, please.
So, as far as you coming on here with this fake ass outrage, Color, I'm gonna tell you why I believe
that
it's
right
fake,
there, fake ass outrage, right there. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna tell you why I believe it's fake. Because my moniker says
you believe everything's fake that don't agree with you.
My shit says Big Nick down since '82.
You think everything is fake that don't agree with you?
I was 12 years old. You're 6 years younger than me. So the only one you may have missed was the 1982 when we went and played the Super Bowl against the Washington Redskins.
That's the one. That's the one that painted my elementary school with dolphin gear and convinced me to be a fan.
You was around for all of Marino. You was around for all types of shit. You remember the glory days. You remember.
Yeah, I do. That's right, I do. And I don't think it's a great statement to say Tua is the best quarterback we've had since Dan Marino. That ain't saying much.
Man, I don't fuck that, man. I don't want to argue about that dumb ass shit. So what? I can say what the fuck I want to say. I can say what the fuck I want to say.
Getting lost in nostalgia. What about now?
No, bro. But seriously, bro. It's just like EM always coming up here and telling everybody who he's going to extirpate from the fan base. I'd like to see him try. I would like to see a motherfucker try to remove me from this fan base.
Man, who gives a fuck about that, man? Celebrate how you want to celebrate.
Well, I'm just saying you're emulating the guy. That's all I'm saying. Man, you come up here and emulate him.
You feel some type of way?
I feel like you're emulating him.
And what that's going to get, so what? And then the dollar gets you a cup of coffee at 7-Eleven,
okay, fine, but I can't say it. I'm just supposed to sit here and listen to it for the rest of the time.
Say, man, but so who gives a fuck?
Constant insults, and people telling me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about?
Do you know Ian Baller personally?
Can you all ever say, do you even have the capacity to say that I was right about something?
Doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't. That's right. So stop complaining about it.
Oh my God, man. If it don't matter,
you come up here and tell everybody that they don't praise Tua. You ain't watched my shit, just like Cat for Life said. You ain't watched my content if you're telling me I don't fucking praise Tua.
Hey, Color, if Tua leaves the Miami Dolphins today, fuck Tua. I can't be more simple than that, man. If Xavier Howard leaves the Miami Dolphins today,
can you do me a favor then? Can you do me a favor then? Can you ask EM if I'm allowed to be a fan the day that happens?
No, I don't get caught up in that shit, man. I ain't making no money.
Well, you all talk to him like he's some big know-it-all. You all revere him like he's something special.
Dude, this shit is done, and none of this shit is real. Color, calm down.
That's right, it ain't real. So stop insulting me over it.
This is what happens in the offseason. I'm telling you.
all due respect, Color. With all due respect, man, I try to be respectful for anybody on the internet, man, because that's the most I can do is just be respectful. But when it comes down to it, man, my son's birthday is Saturday. I didn't invite you, Color. I didn't invite you.
Fine. But guess what? But guess who watches you? Guess who watches you interact with your? Guess who watches you interact on your YouTube channel? Because he's a real motherfucker. Me, not these people that tell you they sub. I know what you got going on.
Hey, bro, tell your son happy birthday.
Stop.
That's called respect.
Bro, don't lose no sleep over my takes, man.
Man, why you don't ever invite me nowhere, man?
I ain't losing sleep over your takes, Nick.
Okay, but you just went. Come on, man.
Why does everybody who says anything negative about Tua have to suffer 500 insults before they're told that they don't know shit about football? Why do we have to take that?
You want me to answer that?
You can if you like. I don't think it's right to have to take it.
But do you think it's fair that I have to answer that?
If you think it's fair, think I should, then everybody has to take what I'm giving right the fuck now.
Do you think it's fair that I have to answer that?
What? It's your choice, bro. It's a rhetorical question.
To me, why not? Why is that even a question, man? Who gives a fuck? I'm positive about the Dolphins. You think I give a fuck because y'all always coming at me?
Because if you went to the grocery store every day and there was and the greeter came in, every time you walked in the door, that motherfucker told you you were a piece of shit and didn't know how to make a cheeseburger, would you keep going to that store?
Hell no.
Look. If I got on the internet,
it don't matter if that greeter means anything or not.
If I got on the internet every day, and some dude that I don't know tells me that I'm a piece of shit, when I see him in person, it's not gonna make me want to beat him up.
Agreed, but I don't do that to Tua. I don't care what you think the platitude is. I don't do that to Tua.
But why are you coming at me with that? Why are you projecting that to me?
Because you're the one that claims we do.
When?
I mean, bro, you was just trying to chew my head off, man.
No. See, so again,
you did come at me, didn't you?
Words matter, man. Words matter.
I was just saying my opinion, bro.
Words
are weapons. Words are weapons. I agree with that.
When you state what seems to be you're presenting a fact, I have a right to come back and fact check that. That doesn't mean
you taking it as a fact is an opinion.
You're presenting it as a fact.
Oh, okay. So who determines that? Who determines whether it's seen as presentation of a fact?
Color. Perception is 100% of reality. If I perceive it that you're coming at me,
you just also told me none of this is real. So why are you even taking anything I say as fact?
I did. First of all, Color, you came on attacking me. You wasn't on the panel. So I never even mentioned your name. But since I said that the younger generation didn't experience us being on top, that triggered you some kind of way.
Well, I didn't experience us being on top.
Because
that includes me.
You didn't experience it, so you don't remember 84?
I mean,
we didn't win, bro.
You don't remember 14-2? You don't remember 14-2 in 84?
How many playoff games has this organization won? You don't remember
the following year? You don't remember the following year?
I do not remember a single Super Bowl championship in my lifetime. No, I don't.
Are you guys cool yesterday?
That it's a professional sport. There's only one prize. Yes, that's how I value success.
So your memories and the way it made you feel at certain moments don't mean shit?
Do you think fucking the little Giants fan in my lunchroom? Hold on. Do you think the kid? Hold on. Do you think the kid? Hold on, Big Nick. Big Nick. Do you think the little kid, the little Giants fan at my lunchroom table when I was going to school in South Florida, do you think he gave a shit that we got to the Super Bowl, or do you think he picked on me?
He just probably stole your Doritos.
Oh man.
Hey, look. Okay.
You all act like we have no suffrage here, bro.
Let me give you an example of what I mean, right? That I cherish just as much as any other thing that the Miami Dolphins have accomplished. 1984, we lost 2 games. We lost to the Los Angeles Raiders. To the Oakland Raiders. We lost to the San Diego Chargers. Do you know who we beat to get to the Super Bowl in that year? See, those are memories that I have. Those are the only 2 games that we lost. Those are memories that I have that make me feel, yeah, that was my team. Those were great memories that year. The year after that, we went 12-4. 12-4. We lost to the New England Patriots as the first team in NFL history to win 3 road games in the playoffs to go to the Super Bowl. That was the same year we whipped the Chicago Bears 38-24 in the
So
Orange
speaking of memories, do you remember how embarrassing it is to cry over a touchdown pass because it got us our only win in the season?
Man, look, Color,
you remember that memory?
Hey, Color, keep your gloom, bro. You can't don't work over here. Bounce off me.
All right.
I don't have to.
Right.
Look, I don't have to be gloomy because you're gloomy.
Right. Well, hey, man, it ain't my gloom. It's the team's gloom.
Hey, I don't share that gloom. I don't have that gloom.
You guys cool now?
Team's gloom.
And that's why you keep paying for it by watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It ain't my gloom either. You know, it's me. It's another beautiful day in Zamunda for me.
So,
Always.
I don't get misery out of watching them.
Yeah, but you assigning misery to because I'm speaking in an upset manner is a fallacy in and of itself, bro. You don't know me and how I feel. You ain't in my head.
Hey, again, perception is 100% of reality, man.
Yeah, okay, fine. Then that's
crazy, bro.
Then I guess everything's real. Then whatever
So
you
you
want,
think I'm
just
a
perceive
miserable
it. It's
person
real,
over here?
right?
No, I didn't say you're a miserable person. I just said
that's real.
I just said that's a lot of
Say it,
positive.
though.
You know, I
In
don't
so many
care. I
ways.
don't care at this point if somebody thinks I'm a miserable person because it's already in the ether anyway. It's already platitude anyway. I already have to live with it.
So I didn't say you're a miserable person.
Speaking of
mental
health awareness,
I didn't say you're a miserable person. I said
you said okay. Let me.
I didn't say you're a miserable person. I said your experience with the Miami Dolphins is nothing but misery. Your experience with the Dolphins has been misery. I don't experience it that way.
I didn't used to either.
Okay, well, I don't. I've never have.
Wow.
So there's no use to in it with me.
I mean, I don't know what you want me
that
to
don't
say,
make me a
bro.
better
It's what
fan
the
than you. That
team
just made
did.
me a different fan than you.
It's what the team did, bro.
All right, so why does it
bro.
give you license to continuously and constantly point that out and tell us that we're miserable?
Okay.
Question,
Big Nick. I got a question for you, bro.
The same place where you get your license.
Bro, can I ask you a question?
First Amendment, right? I got you. First Amendment. I'm with you.
The same license where you get the same place where you get your license to continue to point out the flaws of this team is the same license I get to say, hey man, you only point out the flaws of the team. That's the same place.
Okay, just don't be surprised if a guy like me blows up like I do. It's not like it's some weird phenomenon.
It's not about being surprised. It's like why? Like why?
What you mean why? This is why I have the problem, bro. Like, you guys don't understand why, really?
Nick, I already asked you that why, and you agreed with me that if somebody constantly did that to you in public, you would beat their ass. That's what you said.
Dude, you think I gotta care about your emotions when it comes to the Dolphins cap for life?
Hey, man, whether you like it or not, we connected at the hip, brother. It's all about the logo, homie.
I didn't ask you that, though.
You should, because I care about your feelings. But I see how it is.
Yeah, like I don't care. I care about my feelings.
You said enough.
Yeah, that's good. When it comes to the Dolphins, your friend, your experience.
You know what I see it as? I see it as it's like, you know, putting a bully in his place, and now all of a sudden the bully wants me to have empathy for his feelings.
What are you talking about? All I said was,
I'm talking about everybody that comes at me for my Tua takes.
But why?
Everybody that wants to bully me out of the fan base, bro. That's what I'm talking about. When I put them in their place, they want to whine and cry about their feelings.
Sue them for damages, Color.
Words hurt, Big Nick. Words hurt.
Words only have meaning if you give them meaning.
Words are weapons. You just said that earlier.
No, I said words have meaning.
Funny. He just funny.
I said words have meaning.
That's right. And when somebody projects hate onto me and calls me a hater, and they don't know what the meaning of that word is, they need to be corrected.
Or you can just ignore the words.
Yeah, okay, fine. That you have the capacity to do that. I don't.
See, the problem is if you ignore it, you keep ignoring it, you keep ignoring it. That's how propaganda gets built up.
And how is any of that going to push Achane across the goal line?
Man, I can't wait to see that, bro. On special teams, bro, just imagine, bro.
That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, how is
On
that going to
special
help?
teams, Big Nick.
Hey,
How's that going to help Phillips get to the quarterback? That's what I'm saying.
All right, real question. Let's try to change gears here. And
Hold on,
let's-
it ain't like pom poms help him get to the quarterback either.
They don't.
yeah.
They don't.
All right, can we change gears now? Are we good now?
I'm always good, Shake.
I'm like,
All
yeah,
right.
man.
What do you guys think of the?
Despite Big Nick not feeling I'm genuine, I do actually love Big Nick.
Damn, I didn't say that. I just don't believe that you can sit up. I just believe that outrage, the original take outrage. I don't believe it's real. I just don't.
Okay, that's
'Cause I'm
fine.
only 6
But I
years older
still
than you,
respect
so-
you.
I'm
But
only
I
6
still
years older
respect
than
you,
so-
and you can't stop me from respecting you. So
You was there when Pete Sandovich missed that field goal. You was there when Orlando Murray hit that 59-yarder. Like, you remember those things.
no, that was Stojanovich that hit the 59-yarder in the Meadowlands against
Orlando
the Jets
Murray
right
hit a
before
58-yarder.
halftime.
Okay, Orlando Murray hit a 58-yarder.
Yeah.
All right. So
All right, cool.
that's all I'm saying. You have those memories. So it ain't all been doom and gloom.
Against Denver, I remember that.
I mean, what
All
you
right.
talking about, bro?
All right,
all right,
I want the next
Ricky, the best
generation to
running
have
back
those
we had.
memories very badly.
Fair enough. But
Chris
let's
Tate was
change
about the best
gears real
receiver
quick.
we had.
Marvin Dion Wilson Jr. has a very interesting question, and I want to go first. The undrafted free agents. I'm very excited about the linebacker we got out of Jackson State. I think he's going to be like a strong safety linebacker hybrid, in my opinion.
Yeah, I want to see him too.
That guy gonna be lit.
He looks the part,
Does
bro.
anybody else have a different one besides the linebacker?
So I'm not a
Undrafted free
college.
agent?
I'm not a college football guy at all, man. I don't know anything about college football. I find the game to be boring to me, so I don't watch it.
Do you know?
Okay,
So you
that's
don't know.
your feelings.
Yeah, I don't
Anybody
know
else have
anything.
a UDFA that's they're happy about, excited about, like an offensive lineman or the quarterback Blackman? He might be,
I
a
got
good practice squad. He might be a good practice squad guy.
We picked up a unrestricted free agent, undrafted free agent. I think from USC or something like that. A nose guard, nose tackle. I like his prospects. And then see, Shake. I don't know if you was in my space yesterday, because I'm sure, as Dolphins fans, we're very disappointed and or underwhelmed by Raekwon Davis. His productivity. I mean, his value to the team. And I think that nose guard is probably going to come. He might supplant Davis at that position. He's better suited for that 3-4 scheme. Davis is too tall, man. He's too tall. He gives up too much leverage.
Apparently Garrett Nelson must be good. Marvin Dion from Facebook.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Just the fact that we got at least 18 undrafted guys, plus the draft comes out to what, almost 21 rookies. I mean, something has to stick.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully something stick. But I'm with Shake though. I want to see how that linebacker look, bro. He look dangerous, boy. It look like if he could turn he look like a hitter, a banger.
Did they get an undrafted tight end too?
But yeah,
Aubrey White.
Aubrey Miller. He reminds me. He plays the way his play style. He plays like Ruben Boston.
He looks the part, bro. I know I've said that before, but this guy looks the part.
He's aggressive like Zach Thomas. He's in that mold.
But I wonder how many of them really gonna have a real shot. You know what I mean?
I think Aubrey Miller makes the team. I swear.
I mean, we were saying the same thing about Sam McGuire, and
Hey, who knows? His days must be gone.
Sam McGuire, there was 2 different positions though.
I get it, but now we're like hoping for Duke Riley. You know what I mean? Like, it keeps moving on and on. Like, why can't we just be happy that Jerome Baker's on the squad? You know what I mean? Like,
Sam McGuire was a middle linebacker. So is this guy, the guy from the.
He probably was a middle linebacker in Canada, but here he was a outside linebacker.
Yeah.
He played outside here. He was too small to play stack here. He couldn't do it. And when we did try him, he got ate up.
Go ahead, Mark. Say what you got to say before you get time.
I have one question, and it's Dolphin related to the AFC East, and then I'm going to get off.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, everybody on the panel, I do like and respect. Here's the question. If we were to rate all the position groups, including special teams and head coaching, on a rating of 1 to 4, one being the highest, 4 being the lowest, with all 4 teams in the AFC East, could you all give an objective opinion as to what you think the Dolphins and maybe other teams' rating is? Just maybe the Dolphins, if you have your knowledge, especially on the Dolphins. And that's all I'm asking.
Overall rating, or you want us to rate?
No, a rating by position group, and then add that number up and see the lowest number is going to be the team that would be rated or projected for first. The lowest number is going to be the one projected for fourth. And that's my only question I'm going to get off on before I offend anybody.
Man, you asked me to do math right now after I just rolled one up.
The Dolphins, Bills, Jets, New England. From top to bottom. Dolphins, Bills, Jets, New England. All right.
What do you ask? What do you want?
Well, actually,
each position being 1 is the highest and 4 is the lowest, to rate each position, including special teams.
Well, he did that. Stephen D did that Tuesday with Nando. So that's where that's where that came from.
I mean, top to bottom, we got a top. I say top 3, but I'd be generous to say we got a top 4.
I would say the only weak. All right, the 2 weaknesses. I say the 2 weaknesses we have that I'd say I would say we rank 4th position will be linebackers and offensive line.
I would agree. Offensive line is better than ours.
I know we don't have the foundation set like trenches wise, but I still like the as far as like 3 out of 5 starters. I mean, that's not bad compared to the problems we had in the past trying to get one good starter.
I just feel like if we can see that Tua from Arizona, we'll be like, hey, it wouldn't be no stopping us, to be honest.
So let's do it. So we got the best wide receiver room in the AFC East, right?
Hey, hold on. I have a question for delusional Patriots fan. How did I saw you in the AFC East?
Depends what Hopkins.
Let me ask. Let me ask delusional Patriots fans. How did you like the substitute for Master at Work? Is he any better in your opinion? What do you think of the what's his name from the AFC? I seen you there earlier. What do you think of him, delusional Patriots fan? Let me know. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue.
So who has the best wide receiver room in the AFC East?
I mean,
if Hopkins goes, imagine if Hopkins goes to the Jets.
No, just out of the 4 teams, who has the best wide receiver room?
I say the Miami Dolphins right now.
I would agree.
Miami Dolphins. I would say Buffalo, then Patriots, then Jets.
I would say the Jets, then Patriots. I would say the Jets, then Patriots. They got Devontae Parker and freaking what's the other?
Yeah, but they got. Yeah, but they. I mean, because but Parker, I know Parker is a pretty good wide receiver if you know how to use him.
New England probably has the best tight end room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised they didn't go receiver, man.
Bills got that new tight end. I think they'll probably be second.
Dalton Kincaid, shake money. Dalton Kincaid.
Yeah, I'll give them second behind Patriots.
I say we got the best backfield.
We better 7 running backs.
We got the best backfield.
Yeah, if you want to put it in numbers.
I don't see any team starting over like is this the group. Raheem Mostert is a starter.
Dolphins, y'all got a real good squad. Big Nick, it's just Tua is the problem. You know that Tua infatuation love on your quarterback, bro. You're just a quarterback away. You're a fucking quarterback away from winning a Super Bowl. You don't even realize it.
Okay, we know the obvious, but let's be real. Like position of need wise, guys. Like special teams was a problem. I think we provided that. Linebacking wise, I mean, we drafted a lot of guys. I mean, that was like Shake just said too, man. Like it was 1 or 2 holes. We were not Swiss cheese.
And I like our secondary this year, even the depth. Hopefully,
that's our strength.
If we stay healthy, of course.
As of right now, that's our strength.
Yeah.
Man, that's been our strength for
quarterback today last year. I wouldn't sit up there and talk about no quarterback. as bad as Josh Allen played, I won't talk about no.
Man, stop that shit. Stop that, Captain. You know better, Big Nick. Don't even play. That's some Tua infatuation there. You already said no. You already said you didn't want Lamar Jackson. You had to have Tua over Lamar, Tua over Josh Allen. Fucking stop that crazy shit. You know better.
If the second didn't drop that pass, we would be talking a different talk.
Who was in the top? Which one of the quarterbacks was in the top of the league for interceptions?
What's your story? Hey, let me tell you a stat, Big Nick. You're right. JE17 had 20 17 and 3. Now you.
Oh, see that? Even the bullshit, even the internet won't let that bullshit.
Yeah, the crickets. You got real quiet on that one. Yeah, don't come at me when it comes to Josh Allen.
Bro, we didn't hear nothing you said, bro, because you broke up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I said Josh Allen had 24 turnovers and went 13 and 3. So you do the math. Don't come at me with Josh. Yeah, don't come at me with that.
Seventh rounder and struggled against a seventh rounder with a banged up defense in the playoffs at home.
Listen, let me tell you what Tua infatuation does to you, Big Nick. Tua infatuation makes it where you can't even see your boy with the Chargers with a 28.2 QBR, 35% completion percentage. And he's a fucking good quarterback.
One of those quarterbacks is in the top 3 in the NFL.
You got to take them goggles off.
All quarterback metrics. One of those.
Hey, it's 7:58 at 8:08. You could be back, Amicus.
And take this as a party shot, Amicus. Out of the AFC, every team has won the Super Bowl except one.
That's a fact. Man, you gonna count them old ass Super Bowl?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Old as hell, bro.
Buffalo never won. It just ain't win since '69.
That shit old as hell too.
Yeah, but it don't matter. It don't matter.
Buffalo hates the oldest one.
Buffalo never won.
That shit old though.
Buffalo never won.
Hey man, when we won a Super Bowl, Hugh Hefner was in his prime.
Hey, look, I know Buffalo beat us in the playoffs.
Who's in the prime when Buffalo won?
I think what you call Mother Teresa. You know what I mean, Big Nick? Mother Teresa was.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They won the AFL.
That's Canada's best team. That's Canada's best team.
So you got 7 minutes, Kevin Lee. 70 minutes of timeouts left.
He's lucky I'm even conversing with him. You know, I normally drown out non-Dolphin fans on these shit. Y'all got to kick me off. So he's lucky I'm even conversing with him.
You're in a good mood today. That's what's up, Nick.
Fuck what they got to say. I don't hope it happened, but if they plane go down, I wouldn't shed a tear.
Damn.
Man, don't say that, man.
I just said I hope it don't happen, but if it does, I'm not gonna shed a tear.
Oh man.
So
I am excited to see this running back.
That's how I feel about 31 NFL teams.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie though. They say they're running.
Don't play on Sunday. I don't watch football. Fuck football.
Look at the film, yo. He ain't really had no offensive line neither, so he's used to working without help.
So again, I said.
Hey, by the way, Big Nick,
representatives in the Super Bowl for the AFC.
You know Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee, he's the. Oh shit. 20. I'm sorry, I missed the $20 super chat. Rebooting for the Bills, Shake. Oh, so he's back at $90. This dude, Kevin Lee, he has $90 worth of timeouts, and every time a Bills fan gets on, he times them out.
Damn.
So 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
Just hitting them.
Yeah. And if I'm not careful, I might get timed out.
Hold that.
But I know I have faith that this season's gonna be a good season, man. I'm excited. I'm always excited anyway. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
Bills fan crying. Yeah, we wasn't fair. We had to go down there and play in that heat. They didn't say a word when we had to go play in the snow. We didn't cry by going. McDaniel said, "I hope it get real. I hope it's cold."
That's facts. That's facts. That's absolute facts, Nick.
McDaniel
That
said,
was
"I hope it
childish,
get
though.
colder."
That was a childish move.
Little bitch ass nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
You didn't win. Y'all didn't win. We lost to the Sun.
That was a
McDaniel said, "I
childish
hope it
move
be even
by Mike
colder when we get
McDaniel.
up
I
there."
think.
Hey, but you know what, Big Nick? You know what trips me out is the year before that we played week 2 at Hard Rock Stadium, right? They beat us.
35-0.
They beat us, right? And when they beat us, they didn't complain about the same weather.
35-0. They beat us.
Shake. Yo, Shake.
Yes, sir.
Had they won, it would have been a topic of conversation. You would have heard nothing.
Yeah.
Nope, it wouldn't have came up. It wouldn't have came up. And look, don't be mad at me because my idiot owner is also a genius. You know what I'm saying? Let's put a roof on this place and let's just make sure the Dolphins only have shade. Hey man, that is what it is. It is what it is. Get your ass over there in that sun and relax.
But
I will give Ross that. That was smart as hell.
So, Kenna, right? Kenna.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you have to see from Tua this year to make you change your mind?
I'm about like Fred, though. I do want to see his off script. Like, I want to see that off script Tua. You know what I'm saying? Like the timing and everything. Yeah, you showed me you could be rhythm and you could do this and you could do that. But at the end of the day, when it comes to playing football, it's all about the off script plays because even Ray Lewis say, let me sit here and just wait on Peyton and he gonna throw me one. You know what I'm saying? And that's just all based off of timing. You feel me? So that's how I look at it, yo. You know what I'm saying? The tough games. I want to see some tough game wins. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's all. I liked it when we drafted them. You know what I'm saying? But slowly but surely, I lost faith in them.
Well, what would you say is his best game?
His best game I've seen them play.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I did like the San Francisco game he was playing. I feel like if he could have hit the, did a couple of things different, probably taking off running a little bit, then sliding or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That game would have been one of his great games, and that Green Bay game was good too. That was a good game for Green Bay too.
Yeah. And I agree with Big Nick. The only way to move off, I think he's moving off too, is if he's no longer a Dolphin.
No, I mean I ain't against the kid. I ain't against nobody.
Hell, no, I'm talking about Big Nick. Big Nick. That's the only way you're moving off too if he's no longer a Dolphin.
Well, the Dolphins is my favorite team. I ain't afraid to call you out on your bullshit, no matter how much I like you.
I didn't make one negative post about Jesse Davis ever. The moment he went on my team no more, I went off. I let him have it.
Hey, Shake, drop the link. Pete want to come up.
Yeah, I already got him. I got him.
All right.
I got to get Pete up here. Oh, man.
I'm done debating. If we're not finna talk about what we're excited about, I'm done with the debate shit. So, Pete, if you coming up here for me, I just listen. We're not gonna talk about what we're excited
That's
about.
Crazy.
Hey, Big Nick, you excited we finally you excited we might have got a running back that can finally push the lower guys out the door?
Right.
Gaskin probably wasn't gonna make the team anyway. You know what I'm saying?
I have a question for the panel. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think our chances of getting Dalvin Cook is?
I'm at like 1.
I don't want him.
I don't really see the reason for it.
Me neither.
I'm at a 9.
Yeah, about a 9. All right. Speaking of Skylar Thompson, Nobody said Skylar Thompson. Get ready to ride the sky. Pete, what's going on?
What up, Shake? What's up, everybody? Color,
I ain't
hear
talking
you.
to Skylar tonight, Pete. So I want if anybody starts
Man,
putting
I
that on
heard
me,
Skylar's name,
but
and I
you
was
got to
so
correct him
happy.
if anybody tries to put it on me later on. You correct him. I ain't talking about him tonight. You can talk about him all you want. It don't bother me. But
I mean, that's just it's not my fault, Color, that as a fan, the feeling that I have is like take the same takes from last season and put them again into this season. Skylar's gonna save the season. It's gonna happen. What you think? That's gonna not happen? But that's what it is. That's the way it feels like, at least for me.
well,
How's
I mean,
everybody been?
to be honest with you,
Good to see you, Pete.
he didn't save it last year. He got us into the playoffs, but he didn't save no season, bro.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant. He just got us into the dance. He got us
Yeah,
all
but
excited. He
let's
has
be
me
real, bro.
excited.
Let's be real. We had the team to go all the way, man.
Sammy White
We
has a
had
good
it.
question.
We had
Elijah
it.
or Tanner Connor?
I know they big on
Ooh,
Tanner Connor now, though.
Tanner needs to make them critical catches, bro. I mean, at least I was putting it pretty hard on Mike McDaniel for that personnel decision, but I can understand the benefit of looking back and saying, well, he was in a critical situation and he dropped an important pass. Let's see what Higgins got. If Higgins don't drop that ball, then you know what I mean. There's your answer.
I think we're done in the tight end room. What you see is what we're going to go in the season with. We got our two inline blockers, and we got our two pass catching hybrids. So whoever.
Don't rule out Salbert either. He's a dog. Dude's a dog, man.
I think we're gonna keep like 9 defensive backs. So we're probably going to keep 4 tight ends.
You see, like, let's be real, guys. Greer nailed it. This draft, hey guys, this draft, Greer almost confirmed, right? That hold on.
I got a feeling he's about to say something that this narrative finna get shot down.
No, he's been real about that, bro. He's been consistent the last couple of days, bro.
Hey,
he's
listen,
taking some heat for it too, bro.
I want to get Pete on camera because I've been hearing about this them stealing people's voices and making them say stuff.
I mean, you can believe him if you can. Look, it's still up to each individual. It's still up to each
the thing
individual
is,
to
I got
believe him or not. But
the thing is, I gotta finish it so people could. Because I've been trying to get on all week. I've been so busy. I've been trying to let people know exactly what I mean. I just been like saying it. ... Greer nailed this draft, and people don't really know what I mean. So I'm just here to tell the fan base exactly what I mean when I said Greer nailed this draft. Look, none of the players we drafted, I don't expect any of them to contribute this upcoming season. Not much, okay? They're not even going to be in the conversation of being in the Rookie of the Year conversation because this team is already built. And that's what this draft almost confirmed by Greer, that our team is built and what we drafted was depth pieces. But it is so weird because the depth pieces that we picked up, there's too much involved. Like, you think what Cam Smith said out of his mouth, that he played with Chris Greer's son, all of this, there's so much in my head when it comes to this. Like, it is starting to make it feel like a buddy system automatically. Think about it. And then we get the Michigan guy in the 7th round to make everybody feel, oh, we got a tackle. Hey. But we know those are all favors. Those are all favors from the organization. We have our team built, and this draft almost confirms that these are backups. There's nothing there that these guys are here for. Stop, like the fan base, I heard them here and there on some shows. Oh, this guy potentially is gonna. No. They're all developmental, straight up projects. And in fact, Greer screwed up. He screwed up big. And this is
I tried, Big Nick. I tried, man. I'm sorry, bro.
And when I say Greer screwed up,
I can't direct this to Pete, so I
no, this is what I said.
Because
this is why I said Greer nailed this draft, because he screwed up so big that it is finally over, and it almost feels confirmed by this draft. If he actually thinks he's gonna go somewhere with this team under Tua and missing out on an impact player in this draft, this guy is clueless, and it's confirmed.
I don't know. I think he's done just
It is
good
over.
enough to be just good
It is
enough,
over.
bro.
So I can ask Shake
We're
Money. I can
done.
ask Shake, or you guys Color, or anybody
You can ask me. Go ahead. What's
Anybody
up?
can ask this question.
Okay.
Our fourth and fifth cornerback from last year, who gets a lot of playing time, our fourth and fifth corners, are they coming back from season-ending surgeries last year?
Yep.
And
I'm with you, Big Nick. I'm with you where you're going, bro.
Did we snatch like a number one draft pick who fell into the second round?
No.
Subjective.
No. Don't give me no. Oh yeah,
bro, he was a top 19 player. They had him ranked. Most people had him ranked in the top 20.
You know what? Hey, Color, can I say something real quick, Color?
It's Shake's show, bro.
hey, this is Finn's tailgate show, baby.
This is the Finn's tailgate. Thank you, Shake. Hey, Color, check this out. If we would have drafted that right tackle in the 7th round, but if we really would have drafted him in the 2nd round, this fan base would have been praising the pick. Yeah, Greer's the best. And you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody would have been so happy that he did the right move.
Hey, Pete, why couldn't we run our defense last year, Pete? Why couldn't we run our defense last year?
But let me tell you something, because you were already the one.
Why couldn't we run our defense last year?
You were the one stretching it, Big Nick. You just finished saying that, Cam Smith should have been a first rounder, but we drafted him in the 2nd. You know what?
Pete, he
was a projected first rounder.
Even look, check this out. Even if he was a projected a first rounder, if you watch film, the film actually clearly shows, based on college alone, that Noah Igbenogany's tape is actually better than Cam Smith.
Yeah, I'm done.
And there's nobody out there that's going to
debate
that on me.
Let me ask you a question, though, Pete.
That's that alone.
Pete, who in the first round, if would we have had to move up to get for you to get the indication that, like, the opposite? In other words, for you to get the indication that we are actually trying to, like, do right and win now and all that. What guy was in the first round that you're like, if we would have moved up to get him, that's a clear indicator? Because I don't think anybody in the first.
Check this
hold
out.
Let me preface the question.
And what was you willing to give up for?
I personally don't think anybody in the first round of this draft would have made a difference one way or another whether we get to and or win the Super Bowl this year.
At pick 20.
Well, Color, honestly, I don't even think necessarily we didn't even need to trade up, to be honest with you.
No, but I'm saying there is not one player in this draft, in my opinion, that would have said, you know what? If we don't draft that guy, we don't get to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's a higher step you could get to the Super Bowl if you address that offensive line and make it better and more competitive.
Fair enough. But who's the guy? Who's the guy this year?
The center Schmaltz that went to the Giants from Minnesota.
But then you're talking about having to gel with Tua all over again as center. You know what I mean?
Okay, but we had bad. People are acting like we didn't have bad snaps last year with Tua and Connor Williams.
No,
yes, we did.
Year. Right, that's last year. That's last year because that was the first year they're working together.
Okay, that's fine. And we're talking.
To the coach's credit, hold on. To the coach's credit, in camp, they were isolating Tua and Connor after practice to take extra reps in the snaps. I witnessed it myself.
2 bad snaps all year.
Yeah.
All year.
I'm saying is you could have addressed that offensive line, plugged it up, brought some competition, made it better. And if the rookie would have won that center position, you solidify left guard Connor Williams.
Was going to win
you only have one hole, and you were good. You didn't even have to trade Color. They just didn't solidify it.
I want to say that there was 2 bad snaps, but there was a few snaps times where Tua had to jump the ball and it messed with the timing.
And an offensive player we could have traded up for was actually the tight end that the Buffalo Bills got. What was his name?
What you was gonna give
Kincaid.
up for? What were you gonna give up for, Pete?
Kincaid. We needed a touchdown. I mean, a
What were
tight
you
end.
gonna give up
That was
for?
the
Pete?
guy.
What was you
Could've
gonna give
traded
up
Chris-
for, Pete?
We could have traded whatever, gave up whatever. NFL
Like
Greer,
that.
make it happen.
We just gonna make them do it. We just gonna make them do it.
There's a way. Yes. I'm not
Oh.
I'm not sitting here to sit here. What you want me to tell you? Oh, give up our second, our third, our fourth, and our sixth. If this guy's an impact player and he's gonna score touchdowns, you know what? Give up the whole draft, the little second, third, and the sixth and a seventh, and get one player that's gonna be an impact player. Play ball. Win it all.
Yeah.
Again, that's just what this draft is. You don't have to like it. The fan base don't have to like it. Greer, his days are over with. They're numbered, and I don't think he's gonna last very long here. He screwed up. He got developmental guys that he thinks that he's gonna be able to develop. What you think? You guys think I'm supposed to? Hold on. You guys think I'm supposed to believe in Cam Smith? This fan base? Oh, it's such a great pick. First of all, this is the same GM that drafted. This is the same GM that drafted Noah Igbenogany, and like I said, Noah Igbenogany's tape is better than Cam Smith in college.
This is the same GM
So
that
therefore,
drafted.
I don't believe that Cam Smith is going to be such an impact, such like you guys are over here proclaiming. It's just a new Dolphin, and you guys are always out here to praise everything new. I'm not buying it. I'm sorry.
It's the same GM who drafted the safety too.
Yeah.
It's the same GM that drafted. It's the same GM that drafted the kid that we sent to Pittsburgh. The All-Pro. Same GM.
Micah Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, same GM.
It's the same GM
that drafted Robert Hunt. Same GM.
It's the same GM that if Skylar Thompson would have not beat that Jets game,
same GM that found
we would have had a new GM.
Same GM that found Kato Cole. Same GM that found Nick Needham.
Same GM that hired 2 failed coaches in a row.
Exactly. Same GM.
Well, actually, Chris. I'm not Chris Greer. Stephen Ross. That was hired Adam Gase. He hired Adam Gase and he hired Joe Philbin.
That's it. It's over with. The rebuild is here. We got a couple good picks. The rebuild is here. And you know what I like?
Do you know who Warren Sharp is? Do you know Warren Sharp?
Yeah, he's a football dude who does that analytics. As a matter of fact, Travis Winfield he was formerly from the Lockdown, who does Drive Time now for the Miami Dolphins, uses him as a guide.
Right. Warren Sharp rated the Miami Dolphins as the 8th most valuable draft in the NFL this year.
That's fine. I don't care, bro. At the end of the day, I know what I see.
I know you don't.
I know what I see. Because look, check this out. Look, this is what makes no sense. Guess what? The like unbelievable, bro. We drafted a corner because you know why we drafted a corner?
Yeah, because that cornerback got hurt last year. All our cornerbacks got hurt last year.
Greer is shitting bricks, bro. He's
no, because all our cornerbacks got hurt last year.
Ever since he knew Aaron Rodgers was going to the Jets, and look, instead of calling and getting Aaron Rodgers here and forcing other teams to draft cornerbacks and do all of this, the Patriots are shitting bricks. They didn't land Aaron Rodgers. They drafted a corner. What did? We traded for Ramsey. We just drafted a corner. We're scared of Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers. Like, let's just be honest. That's what they're showing. Unbelievable. And that wasn't even.
Why did New England get South Gardner? It wasn't because we had Tyreek and Jalen, was it? They didn't get scared. They didn't get scared, did they?
Well, you mean New York, right?
New York, yeah.
New York got Sauce Gardner because maybe their GM evaluated the talent and said,
"Oh, now because they got scared."
Yeah, I mean, he hit. It's because he hit. No, he wasn't scared. When they drafted him, the quarterbacks in this division were the same ones for the Jets. It was still Tua, it was still Mac Jones, and it was still Josh Allen. He wasn't scared.
Hey, was understood. Don't need to be explained.
Did we have Tyreek first? Then
what we did was we reached for a corner. We reached for a corner with family ties. Okay, Big Nick, don't play. That's what it is.
Hey, by the way, shout out to $2 mycelium with the $2 donation. Do you guys have any hopes with the UDFAs we picked? Like I said, I like the middle linebacker. I can't remember his name from Jackson State.
Aubrey Miller.
Aubrey Miller. I like Aubrey Miller. Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah.
And remember, he went to he was supposed to go to Alabama, but and he ended up going to Jackson State. So
and that D tackle is probably going to make the team. Going to make the 53.
Yeah.
Aubrey Miller and that D tackle.
Shake, did you happen to bring up the depth chart earlier? They released it today.
No, I didn't.
They released the depth chart?
Yeah, it's showing Myles Gaskin, RB3.
All right, let me. Where is this?
That means he's out of here, Color.
I'll look it up right now.
Bro, we've got 5 running backs.
No, I know, but for like the last 5 or 6 seasons, Color, every running back we've started the depth chart with at third has not made the team.
Okay, but I'm just saying that my theory seems to be valid that he's the litmus test. So they're saying to Ahmed and Achane, hey, you got to beat out Gaskin to get a spot. That's what they're saying.
Okay.
I'm not
you
saying
know
they
what?
won't beat Gaskin out. I'm not saying that they won't beat Gaskin out. I'm saying that's the litmus. That's why he's
So basically, that's almost like
only 1 year. Only 1 year since Gaskin's been on the team, he has not been RB3 or below. Only 1 year, Pete. What are you talking about?
I said since the Dolphins in the last couple seasons, whoever been the RB3 has not made the roster.
Only 1 year.
Okay, hold on.
Only
Wait a
1
minute.
year
Wait a
he's
minute.
not
Can y'all
been-
see Can y'all see it? The depth chart.
Not yet.
No,
you
I
might
can't
have
see
to
it.
actually bring it in. Let me see.
He was RB3 last year, Pete.
Yeah,
No,
it's
he
just
wasn't.
not added to the stream.
He was RB3 last year. Chase Edmond and Raheem Mostert was RB1 and 2 last year.
I don't know why it's not showing. That's weird. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I thought it was Chase Edmonds, Raheem, and then what's his name? Gaskin. Or
RB3. And the year before that, he was RB2.
Well, it just says that new guy we drafted and Ahmed are not anointed ones, is what it says. You know what I mean? Which is cool. You know,
They just
healthy competition.
Look together.
I can't really see it.
Look, Myles Gaskin ain't the big producer. I get it, but he does have spot games where, again, he can go 10 for 10 in receptions for 2 touchdowns and five rushes for 25 yards in that same game. That's 5 yards a carry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't let
he
good
can be impactful. You know,
don't let good be the enemy of great.
No, I'm just saying. You're right. I'm just saying he can be impactful. So if a running back coming in the door can't beat him out, then they don't deserve to be on the team.
So, Color, I used to say the same thing. The litmus used to be Jerome Baker, but who is it though at the linebacker position?
Yeah, I mean, Van Ginkel is probably our weakest link, and he ain't bad. I don't know.
Okay.
But seeing as Van Ginkel is the one most people want to push out the door first, he's probably the Gaskin of the linebacker room, I'd say.
Nah, I'd say Channing Tindall. Yeah, Channing Tindall is the odd man out right now.
All right. Yeah, because he's not a rookie anymore. You're right. Good one. That's a good call.
Wow. I would expect more people to.
We ain't even seen no game time from Good yet, so they're either totally off of him or he's a dark horse we don't know about. You know what I mean?
Van Ginkel needs at least another 10 pounds in order to take real effect in the middle.
He's just really smart when it comes to the reading the options, bro.
Van Ginkel just needs to
bullshit.
Van Ginkel just needs to be smarter. I saw him last season.
He is like Baker in the respect that you find him chasing running backs down from their backside too much. You know what I mean?
He tried to thump a running back instead of trying to wrap him up and bring him down. That thump didn't do anything.
Quality depth. He's quality depth. He's not a starter in the NFL. He's quality depth.
Oh, well, he's the litmus. There's nothing wrong with that.
10 teams he'd be a starter on.
I saw him. He's kind of reckless.
Yeah. Raw, I guess you'd call it. Which is too late in his career to be that raw. So Nick's got a point.
And you said there's about 10 teams to start on. That might be true, but remember, Myles
What's
Gaskin
the quarterback position looking like?
Myles Gaskin was the starter.
Well, I know the Patriots would eat up Myles Gaskin. They'd turn him into another James White in a heartbeat, and you know it.
So it's Tua, Mike White, and Skyler at 3.
Hold on.
That might be the secret reason we keep holding on to Gaskin, because we don't want Belichick to get a hold of him.
Yeah. So it's Tua. All right. The as far as the quarterback position is Tua, Mike White, Skylar Thompson, and Blackman as the fourth option.
So that's how it is. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So Mike White is already number 2.
Of course.
Hey,
like, you see why I can't wait till Greer gets fired. Like, you see it, like this organization has done everything wrong to Skylar Thompson. They
hey, you know they got Zach Seiler starting over Ogba.
I could see that. Ogba lost his job.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Ogba has to come back and earn it.
I just don't know. You know what? I'm not going to argue about Mike White versus Skyler. I'm not going to go down that road. What I am going to say is, I think it's just mighty ironic that the only quarterback with playoff experience on our team is QB3.
That's what I was going to say.
Insane to me, bro.
That's what I was just gonna rant about right now, and I just stopped it because, like, it makes no sense. The last guy that gave you hope,
like, even if he sucks, he's got something not many quarterbacks have. Experience in that kind of game.
They haven't posted him on Twitter. They already posted Mike White like 5-10 times.
Hey, by the way,
what's
who's DJ
wrong
Scaffy?
with this organization?
Who's DJ Scaffy, by the way?
They're doing that to piss you off, Pete.
No, it's horrible evaluation, Big
No, they're
Nick.
just doing it
That's
to
what's
piss you
going
off,
on.
Pete. Everybody knows
It's terrible.
They're just doing that to piss you off. They're just
It's
trolling you.
terrible scouting and terrible team evaluation.
Everybody knows that Skyler
mismanagement
should
of
be the
the
starter.
depth chart.
Everybody
It's
knows Skyler should be the
mismanagement
starter.
of the depth chart.
They're just trolling
That's
you,
what
Pete.
it is.
Pete, they're just trolling you.
It's mismanagement of the depth
By
chart.
the way, what do you guys think of DJ Scaffy? Who's that? DJ Scaffy.
Garbage.
DJ Scalpy. He's one of our undrafted guys.
He played for I guess he played for the offensive line, O-line for the University of Miami. So what do you?
All right. He's good. That's all I need to hear.
Yeah,
we go into the bowl now, gentlemen. We got at least 2 Hurricanes on the squad now.
No, Color. We're running it back with the same offense. The defense supposedly is going to be the one that needs to improve. That's what they're showing us.
You can't win a championship
it's clearly
with
right in
multiple
our
Hurricanes
face.
on your squad. You're just dumb. You know what I mean? Like, I'm serious.
I get it, Color. But
Amicus.
Color.
He was going to
Faith
give
is
you
all
10 minutes
gone.
to talk.
Guess why? It's the 4th year in a row
Come
we've
back.
gone with a homegrown quarterback. It's not going to work out already just by that. Ever since we got into homegrown, it's just been a dead season for the last couple seasons, and it's always been someone different.
How do you guys actually think Tua is going to be able to play if the blueprint on how to stop him is already out?
I was just about to say, answer that question, Michael K., before you even asked it, because I have psychic abilities, and I knew you were going to ask something like that.
Color, you're a scholar, and I'd appreciate hearing your evaluation on that. Thank you very much.
Another year of maturity, and another year of being able to add dynamism to his game. In other words, what I mean is he did things a certain way in 2021. We got away from those things, and he did things a certain way exclusively in 2022. Now, if we can just get him to adjust between those two different things on the fly in a dynamic fashion, we have our guy.
Right, but that's going to all be based on his throwing
ability. But that answers your question about teams figuring him out. He needs to be able to learn how to adjust and change his game.
But the million-dollar question is
he gonna? Well, yeah. I'm a Dolphin fan, so I'm going to say he will, bro. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't have no other choice at this point.
Mike K, I got to be honest with you. I'm feeling the same way. Like last year, I guess it was I didn't think he would pick up the offense to whereas that was the reason why I thought he was going to get benched early on in the season. But that wasn't the case. The guy came out, he kind of like shut Pete up. He lasted a little long until he got dwindled out and hurt, right?
Right.
This season, that is my biggest concern, is exactly what you asked. The same thing is not going to work out. And now with lesser talented targets around, losing Mike Gesicki, there's no upgrade at that position. We didn't upgrade the offensive line woes that we had last season. Yeah, the offense could still be the same, but what your limitations are, those are the same limitations that the 49ers were dealing with under Jimmy Garoppolo, and they were trying to move on of him. A Super Bowl he went to the Super Bowl, and they were moving off of him because of his limitations. I'm pretty sure they're going to get tired of Tua's limitations because now the offense has been figured out. They did not address the running back room.
But Pete, do you think that even with given players lost and given players gained, do you think all things being equal, do you think we can maintain the same number of points per game we were scoring last year at roughly 24?
Not unfortunately, Color. We're gonna see. What I expect to see is exactly what we saw. Look, under a ranked 26 Chargers defense, the reason why the Chargers defense looks so good versus the Dolphins is because the film was caught up. They said, "Let's do this. Let's see if this."
Yeah, but we got a whole
let's take
camp
away
and a whole offseason to adjust to that.
Yeah, but we have the same offensive players, and the thing is, the offense got figured out late in the season, and that's what happened. Unfortunately, that's just what we saw. Color 3 interceptions versus Packers. I don't think it was a concussion. They can tell us that, but it is what it is. It was his passes because, like you pointed out on one of your shows, Color, he was accurate. He was cooking. It was just that one bad misled pass. That's all it took. That's all it took, and they took him out of the game. Then and that's just what we saw. So I am afraid that again, heading into the season, we did not address the offensive line strong enough. We didn't address the running back game strong enough. And unfortunately, that's going to be the downfall. And they clearly went into this draft getting developmental guys thinking about the future. You see, that's where Greer screwed up because he thinks he's earned his job already based on just one season of making the playoffs. I think we're just going to completely flop out this upcoming season, Color. I am sorry. There's just nothing else I could expect from this organization and this offense.
I mean, you make fair points. You make fair points. I just don't. For me personally, I think things are equal enough that given if we can shave points off of our defense, which I expect to, given what we've done with coaching and players, I'm just not that doom and gloom on it, bro. I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm a big two in here. I'm just saying, like, I think I'm in the same boat as I was last year. I think we can win.
Color, the way that this guy Tyreek Hill is on Twitter, the leader of the franchise, the face of the franchise is Tyreek. Like, there could be so much locker room disasters going in, especially if we're losing early on, like I expect us to, because teams are not gonna not play what they seen late in the season against Tua. They're not going to just let it happen because it's not blind offense. They have film. They know what they're going to at least get. Switching it up? No, there's no switching it up. Teams already know, well, Mike McDaniel usually runs 70 to 80% of motion. And it's already been said on air that half of the time the motion doesn't even mean anything. It's just to confuse. Like, that's just what it is.
I got a question, Pete. Do you think that the reason Greer feels so confident in his position being stable for another couple of years is maybe because of the situation with Watson? Then Ross is like, man, this guy didn't budge, didn't say anything wrong. Maybe he's looking out for him because of the drop.
That's a good question, Cap. I think, look, I got to be honest with you because I've been thinking about that lately, and I'm like, how is Greer still here after screwing all this up? And if you really think about it, I think he got that extra year with that 5th-year option because the one that lost that first-round draft pick this year was Stephen Ross. So Stephen Ross kind of feels bad and gave him an extra year. It has to be something in that nature. There has to be
that
somewhere.
Actually seems pretty plausible right there.
There has to be like, you know what? I turned my back on you. I kind of screwed it up there. and I got to give you a year and give you some whatever you want, and let's see. You made the playoffs. You shut
I
me up.
ordered you to trash your own friend.
Look. The reality is that Chris Greer has taken the bullet for Ross over and over again. He knows where all the bodies are buried, so to speak. So, if anything, he's not going to get fired. He'll get promoted to some position that we have no idea what it means or anything.
Yeah.
And he'll move to the wayside. That's what would happen if he's really gone. But but Ross is the doing of it, and he's the one that is allowing him to stay. So that's where we're at.
No, I see the push out. I already started seeing the push out because this was supposed to be Greer as king by himself. They're doubling down already. You see, look, if we actually do, I've said this before already. I don't know if I said this on Batman stream, but I said this already. I said, if you remember when Mike Tannenbaum and Greer got together, remember why they elevated Greer? Because Tannenbaum was the one screwing up on the draft picks. So they said, Tannenbaum, handle the free agents. Greer will do the drafting. They fired Tannenbaum. Greer was king. He was handling it all. Now they're doing it the same thing all over again. Now it feels like Greer has to handle the free agents. Look how happy he was with Ramsey, Tyreek Hill, all of that good stuff, right? The free agents. And now it feels like now we get on camera after the draft. Who's there? Marvin Allen. So now it feels like the pushover is going to be Marvin Allen coming soon, guys. That's who I feel is going to be thrown as our next GM. And I agree. You know what? To be quite honest with you, I got to be honest with you. Based on this draft alone, he probably lost his opportunity. Or there was no way this draft, because we screwed this draft up bad. This was a horrible draft.
By the way, that's not Amicus, by the way. It's Michael K.
So he's got to pay another $10 to get the right name corrected.
Actually, he's got a credit of $90 right now.
I was gonna say that's Kevin Lee. Don't tempt him.
He's got $90.
You know what? If you're gonna pay to get somebody off, pay to get somebody. I got to talk to El Cap about that. Putting his money in the bank. If you're gonna pay for it, pay for it. Don't just sit there and donate.
Well, that's what El Cap made those rules.
Hey, Game. Hey, I know your pain, Mike. I know your pain.
Hey, he hasn't said your name yet, so I'm going through that. But that's El Cap's rule, not mine.
All right, I'll say something to El Cap about that.
You gotta hurry up, man. We're trying to let you talk. Say as much as you can before you're out, dude.
No.
Let it all out.
No, I'm good. I got a text message saying get on the Finn's tailgate. We're gonna make this cat spend some cash. I'm doing my part for the Finn's tailgate right now. I just came on to help you guys make some money.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
That's fair.
Michael K. Gotta love you.
That's fair.
Hey.
He already has me blocked. I don't know why the dude has me blocked anyway. I can't see what he puts in the room. I must have offended him at some point because he's already got me blocked. Nothing yet. He still hasn't said my name.
No,
you're safe, dude. Bring a take. Give us a solid one.
I'm safe. I don't know. The other one I want to know
is better if you really want to be safe. Talk nice about Tua.
Why do you think your offensive line is so bad? Could it be that Tua is not mobile enough, and the right size not, and the right size?
I don't buy anything of these. You see, this is the difference between me and the rest of this fan base. I don't buy their lies. I don't buy their excuses. This offensive line, even with all the turnover that we were doing due to injuries, when Tua was in, this guy only got sacked 20 times.
Hey,
you're talking to a fan. You're talking to a fan that actually saw a bad offensive line, Mike. I saw Ryan Tannehill getting hit 60, 70 times. Bad. That was a bad offensive line.
49 sacks in one season.
Tua's offense was so quick base that the defenders will get frustrated that the ball was out so quick based on his limitations and based on what the offense has to be. You hear me? That's capitalized. Has to be based on what he's able to give us as a quarterback.
Well, you know what? And the Buffalo fans are screaming, our offensive line's so bad, so bad, so bad, right? But yet, Cook and limited care. Granted, our running backs had limited carries. Cook averaged like 5.6 or 5.7 per carry, and Singletary was like 4.8. Well, if the offensive line was that bad, how are these running backs averaging that kind of yardage? You know what they don't see, they fail to realize is because Allen extends the plays. Well, Allen might get hit. Well, why is that? Why is that the offensive line's fault and not Josh Allen's for playing hero ball?
No, but check this out, Mike. The fan base they went in. Oh, the Bills have one of the best defenses ever, but they used that game that Tua had a good game as a strength to Tua, saying that he went against a tough defense.
Right.
See what I'm saying there? So, but what happened? You guys didn't do anything to Tua, right? You didn't sack him. What was the bad offensive line?
Hey, I can't let ABAB's comment go without agreeing with it. I mean, there is something to be said for the fact that Tannehill was a straight Christmas tree in the pocket, dude. I mean, let's not forget that, man.
Yeah, but Tua's only a one-read quarterback, though. If they would have put Tannehill to do a one-read color, he was not going to take 50, 60 sacks because he would have threw the ball and got rid of that early, quick target. The problem with Tannehill was processing and learning a defense and getting rid of the ball. See an open guy, throw to the open guy. Tua's not that type, Color. He is not see a receiver open, throw a receiver open.
AB was already loading his bullets, and when I said agree with him, he's like, "Oh, damn it!" threw his gun down on the floor.
Somebody sent me a. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well,
Michael K, get the better.
All right, I'll be back in 5.
While you do that, I just wanted to get a quick public up because my phone was messing up.
Thank you, Kevin
earlier.
Lee. Appreciate you.
Yep, absolutely, Kevin. My phone was messing up earlier. I wanted to get out a proper apology to Pam. I wasn't coming at her for all of that. It was really only the part about reminiscing about winning championships. That's all I wasn't trying to put anything on her, and I hope she didn't. I know she took it that way. Probably.
What happened, Color? You went at Pam?
No, I didn't. It just seemed like that, and that's why I'm apologizing.
Oh no, I mean Pam is good. She takes it well. I've went at Pam before. She's went at me. She's great at debating.
Because when I came up, I included her in my rant, but only part of it was actually speaking to her. The only part was about reminiscing about winning championship already and having witnessed that. That was the only part I was like speaking to her about, and I wasn't really coming at her about it. I misspoke when I didn't mean to include her in what I was speaking to Big Nick about. That's all, and I have to apologize for that because I love Pam and we go through this every once in a while, and I I just come off real harsh sometimes, and
I believe I want to read this real quick. Hayes draft undrafted free agent Ulave. I think it starts with an O actually, not a U. Horst, Scariff, Jensen, Tunstall, all O-line. What is Greer known for best? First draft or UDFAs? That's a good point. That is actually a good point.
We're done.
And by the way, thank you for the $5.
They're all camp bodies. Like, listen to me, fellas. This draft don't mean anything. This is just camp bodies. None of them are really gonna start like that. We have our squad.
Might get one. I mean, the running back has a shot because from what I understand, he's like.
Actually, I'm gonna.
Mostert knows the way Mostert's talked today. He knows he's RB1. We're not getting no Cook.
Listen, I want to get your guys' opinion. I was gonna kind of bring this up on Broken Takes, and we will talk about it here. I'm gonna be recording here in about an hour. I'm gonna make a bold prediction right now. Cam Smith at some point will start in the season, and I'll tell you why.
What?
I'm going to tell you why. And it kind of makes sense. Just hear me out, Pete. Just hear me out, okay? Vic Fangio, I want to say it was about maybe, I want to say it was right when he got hired. About a week after he got hired, they interviewed him, and he said I've studied a lot of film, and I have some new coverage schemes, and I can't wait to see how they play out. Right. So new coverage scheme, what that is, nobody knows. Nobody knows what it is exactly. There's rumors that you might see 5, defensive backs on the field at once. That's very possible, or more. You may see 3 safeties. You may see 3 safeties in a sense. One thing that has been said is that Ramsey can play safety as well, and he's ready to play any position in the defensive backfield, or in the secondary, I should say. So
you guys are reaching, Ali.
Hear me out. Just hear me out, please. Just hear me out. I made a bold prediction that in I want to say it was like maybe 3 broken takes ago, and Color and Shake Money were there, and I said, you hear me now? Xavier Howard's replacement is going to be drafted in this draft. That's what I said, and they drafted a corner. I could see Xavier Howard and Cam Smith, because he's a ball hawk, being on the field at the same time, and having Ramsey play more of a hybrid safety corner type of role. I could see that very well happening. Is it going to be right off the get-go? Probably not. You may not see it till like week 5 or week 6. That's when you'll start seeing it, in my opinion. But I could see them definitely using Cam Smith right off the bat in that sense, in those types of schemes. In addition to the A-Chain and what he can bring, I could definitely see him being a starter, because I definitely think when you have 2 very, very fast running backs, let it be A-Chain and Mostert, or A-Chain and hypothetically Delvin Cook, right? I could definitely see, the defenses having to respect not only the running game, but still the passing game, because both running backs could very well, go into motion to the left or right and be part of the passing game very easily. And that's one more threat they're having to worry about. So I understand it doesn't look pretty. It's not the protection we want, but I think it lays off the offensive line on the offensive front, because it brings a lot more and more depth to the offense, in my opinion.
And look, not everybody's going to suck. I mean, at some point, you got to bring in an offensive lineman that's at least serviceable enough to give a guy a break. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I honestly think we will. I think after June 1st, when the money kicks in, we'll bring in 1 or 2 more offensive linemen. You know what I mean? Personally, I have other thoughts about really what might be going on, but I'm going to reserve those to Broken Takes. So check out our episode. It'll be premiering tomorrow.
Sounds like a plan.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Polk rolling in. What's up, man?
No, it's no longer Mr. Polk. It's Crazy Dolphin.
How's it going? Color, Shake Money, Ali.
I like that better.
Pete,
Crazy Dolphin.
Monty Fins.
And newest member of the Wolfpack.
Oh,
yeah.
Who's the newest member? Oh, Crazy Dolphin is the newest member.
He was at the orientation. He was at the orientation last Friday. Every other Friday we have orientation. We Lewis brings the Crypto brings the hot dogs, and of course Lewis provides the coffee.
So he was able to get the application notarized.
Yeah. We also validate parking. So I am the not only am I the recruiter, but I'm also in the welcoming committee.
Okay.
And CB83 was the one who recommended me for the Wolfpack.
Yes.
That's a bad referral.
He's a welcome. Man, what are you talking about? Crazy Dolphin is a welcoming addition.
That's the guy.
CB83 CB83 is our number 1 recruiter. As soon as he starts talking, all the people come running. So that's great.
Crazy Dolphin. What do you think? Who do you think we all talk bad and behind his back of when we're at the cafeteria? We all group up, but privately we're all talking bad about CB83. No.
Okay, by the way, I just want to welcome Mason. How you pronounce your name? Welcome to the show, Mycelium.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? How you pronounce it?
How do you say that?
Mycelium.
Hey, how you doing, Mycelium? How you doing, brother? Welcome to the show, bro.
Oh, he sounds like a Tua already.
Mycelium, isn't that like some? Isn't that some kind of one-celled organism, or maybe some cell material or something?
I thought it was some digital crypto type money of some kind.
Oh, it could be
I
that
thought
too.
I thought it was one of the chemicals.
It is
off
the
the
root-like
periodic
structure
table.
of fungus.
Oh, that's right.
damn.
Mycelium, right. It's like that little. It's like that little ribbon-looking material underneath the hood.
Oh, damn. Mycelium, where'd you go? I was going to give him the floor.
Well, it's
He
good
says-
to come back. I just want to piggyback on something that Caller said.
Kohler.
From what I've been seeing with sometimes with some of the undrafted players, you'd be surprised how many hidden gems are in with some of these undrafted players. So don't be too negative with all of them. I mean, I understand that if they're undrafted, chances are they are just on the depth chart. But believe you me, there are some hidden gems with some undrafted
no,
players.
Mr. Park. Believe you me.
And they're all
These
hungry.
are all good. Oh yeah, I mean
I know.
everybody's always hungry.
Listen, I didn't say
The
all
last
of them.
couple
I said there was
undrafted
some.
guys have been hungry. Let's be
Hey,
honest.
look at the last undrafted guy. The last undrafted guy I remember was James Harrison from Pittsburgh. He's one of the most feared linebackers to ever play the game.
Ooh, yes, he was.
That's true.
Yes, he
And,
was.
And why was he undrafted?
His size, his measurables.
Exactly. The dude was like 5'11" or something, man.
Yeah, and that dude
It's
is
all
one
good,
of the most
Mycelium.
feared, one of the most feared linebackers in the game. That dude hits to kill.
By the way, shout out to Mycelium with the $2 donation. My reception. Hey, man, you're welcome here anytime, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, James
And by the way,
Harrison was a
I
beast.
want to give a shout out to Color's #1 fan, Carla. How you doing? You guys always agree
Hey,
on
what's up,
everything.
Carla?
Yeah, it's always good to see the ladies of Dolphin
I've
Nation
seen Carla in a while.
on the
I seen her
platform.
pop in a couple of times in the last week, but we haven't really chopped it up in a while.
So I'm looking
took
at
a
some
break.
names. I'm looking at some names of famous undrafted free agents. So Malcolm Butler was undrafted. Michael Bennett. Victor Cruz.
I mean, Malcolm Butler, he only was good in one system, and he wasn't good anywhere else. Like,
there's Brent Grimes, Arian Foster, Cameron
Oh,
Wake
that's-
was undrafted. Let's not forget Cameron
That's
Wake.
right. He sure was because he went up to Canada.
Here's
I
a
think
big
that's
one.
where we got him.
Antonio
but-
Gates.
teams get lucky with undrafted guys when
It's
they're
not. It's not luck.
like
I'm
our
sorry,
team
Pete,
is
that's not
already
luck.
loaded. We already have. What position do you guys?
Hey,
If we're
JC
gonna talk about this, okay.
JC
so
Jackson
what
was
position?
undrafted.
Hold on. So what position? You guys think a
Adam
defensive end is
Vinatieri?
gonna come out of undrafted and sit out Chubb or Phillips? That's gonna be
No,
possible
we're
right
not
now.
saying that. That's not saying that.
So
Pete,
where is the
but
hidden
they
gem?
are-
What position?
Yeah.
I'll say middle linebacker.
So in
I'm
other
gonna
words,
say
Pete,
linebacker too.
you're telling me
Aubrey
that
Miller Jr.
Yeah.
So
I
you tell me
concur.
that all undrafted players are not that there's not a hidden gem within a slew of undrafted players.
All I'm
telling
asking
me-
for is
are
the
you telling me
position. I'm trying to do a rundown of the positions, and they just gave me a position, a linebacker.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Pete,
okay,
just
look
because
now,
here,
look
let
what
me
50
point,
Cat
let me
just
let me
said.
point out the fallacy that Pete's committing right now. Pete, just because them guys like what you're saying is true, but those guys that we just listed, I can't. I'd have to go back and look. I don't know off the top of my head. But none of them guys pushed out the existing starter either. They just became stars over time. You know what I
Because
mean?
they were on different teams. Like color. This is what I'm.
hold on,
This is
hold
where
on,
I'm getting to.
about.
This is
Hold
a
on,
play. This
hold
is
on.
a returning playoff team. This
Hold
is
on,
a
hold
team
on,
that's
hold on, hold on.
returning with
Pete,
veteran upgrades.
Pete, I'm
Not
not gonna let
rookies
Color
aren't
get
gonna
away
run
with
this
that.
team. It's not
I'm
gonna
not
happen, color.
I'm not gonna let Color get away with that. You mean to tell me that Cameron Wake didn't show up and became a starter almost instantly?
No, man,
Because
I'm not
he
saying
did.
some of
What
them
are you
didn't. I'm not.
talking
I
about?
said I'd have to go back and look. It don't apply to everybody on the list. I'm just saying that
Okay,
not
I
all
can-
them guys pushed
I can
out the
understand,
starter. Is
but
what I
in
mean.
me, it was like the first year Cameron Wake became a star, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well,
That's
and there's
what
also
I'm saying.
Victor Cruz. Victor Cruz was a star right out the gate too.
That's true. That's true. But I'm talking about for our own team. I'm a big Cameron Wake guy. I'm a big fan, so I have to you know what I'm saying.
Well,
We all
don't
love
forget
97.
Don't forget somebody in the chat
91,
room
right?
mentioned
Yeah, and by the way-
Cahu.
Hold
Was
on,
he
and-
undrafted?
That's true. Cater Calhoun.
Hey, by the way, Ali, in '85, the Dolphins had a undrafted rookie, also by number 91, that played 3 years in Canada. His name was Mac Moore, and he also wore 91.
Oh, and don't forget that guy that came out of Hawaii was a wide receiver.
Oh, Devon Best.
He was right.
Devon Best. Yeah,
he was undrafted.
He became a starter.
Mm-hmm.
Look, this is exactly what I'm
Everybody's
telling you.
favorite running back, Bernie Parmalee.
The thing about
Elliott?
the
Who's
thing
number
about him
4?
is
Cater
he was in jail. He did jail time. Devon Best. So that's why
Right. I understand that, but I don't mean to cut you off, Shay. But I'm saying before he got in trouble,
yeah,
he was playing good
Hawaii.
on right. And why and when he came to the Dolphins, he played good for a little while.
Yeah, I like Devon Best, number 15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look at Ahmed.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Hey, Ali, can you do a quick rundown? Because I forgot to do one.
No problem. We'll do it right now.
Before you do, Ali, who is that guy that was caught stealing a TV out of somebody's apartment in Miami? Like Cecil something or other? Who was that guy? Cecil Collins, maybe?
Yeah,
Right, Collins.
Cecil Collins. Wasn't he a running back or something?
He was like a tweener running back wide receiver. He was kind of like a Devon Best type.
No, Devon Best wasn't drafted. He was undrafted, Chris El Capitan. I know that. Because I remember Drew House was his agent, I think.
All right. Let's
I can't believe.
All right, let's do a quick rundown real quick. Go ahead.
Do your thing, fellas.
All right. Everybody make sure you hit like and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your kids, tell your wives. Make sure you check out all the other shows that we have here at the Finn's Tailgate. We really appreciate it. Check out El Capitan every other day of the week. We got Color, a cup of coffee. You never know when he's going. You got myself in Color. We got something coming soon. I'll have more about that on Broken Takes, which we're recording tonight. And DTA is on furlough. So shout out to DTA. Hope all is well, my friend. We got Lewis. Is Lewis doing Tuesday nights? Shake, do you know? Yes, no, maybe.
He should be, but he hasn't been. But he says he's going to. So hopefully
he'll be. Okay. And then check out Shake Money taking over for Saturdays until the season starts and whatnot. And all the other great stuff that we bring down here at the Finn's Tailgate. Shout out to it all. We also, if you'd like to donate, we accept super chats, super stickers, Cash App, Venmo. We appreciate it. And shout out, which I don't, here it is. Shout out to our affiliates.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
Definitely check out Fanatics. They got their officially licensed everything. I just got another jersey that's coming in the mail. Can't wait to share that with you guys. I got some other stuff from Fanatics. Make sure you use the link below. It helps out the channel, so definitely really appreciate that. Also, shout out to Backroom Collections. Backroom Collections has some awesome artwork, canvas stuff that you can get for your favorite players, different teams. They got accessories for the mini helmets and everything. Check them out. Really appreciate it. We also got Doobie Energy Drink. They have energy supplements. They got some really cool stuff. If you like energy drinks, but you don't like it when you get the shakes or the jitters or anything, check out Doobie. They got some stuff that's really good for you in the sense that it provides a lot of vitamins and minerals that effectively, safely benefit the brain and your brain functionality and focus. Definitely check out Doobie Energy Drink. Really appreciate. Shout out to the affiliates. While you're down in the description below, make sure you also check out our link to our store. We got everything, t-shirts, tumblers, mugs, everything, Color's favorite yoga pants. We got it all. T-shirts, the hoodies, the flag is pretty dope. Check out the link for the flag. I have another one that's on order. It should be coming soon. Definitely check that out. They got everything, flip-flops for the flip-floppers.
Yeah, and one day we are working. I don't know. We haven't had a discussion yet. We're trying to get in talks with him. But we'll see about offering a pair of flip-flops with a CB83 autograph on them.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna put his face on it instead.
Yeah, King flip-flopper. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Get the genuine article.
Hey,
I want to mention.
I want one signed by him and the other signed by Stephen D. The other flip flop, the original.
There you go.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I just want to mention a couple things. When Ali put up the list of the 6 guys on there, I'm saying this to anybody that's listening. Come on the show, check out each one of them, because I had the opportunity to start getting on YouTube platforms and watch all 6 of these guys grow up right there in front of me, and to be doing what they're doing today. They're bringing you all kind of knowledge of the Miami Dolphins and the NFL. So please subscribe, make donations, do whatever. Also, Fanatics. Oh my goodness! I went on their website the other day. They have so much stuff on there. Just like Ali said, go and check them out.
All kinds
And
of new
sorry, Ali,
threads dropped this year.
Like I said, I got a jersey coming that I'll be debuting soon. I have another jersey that I might be procuring. Don't quote me on it because I'm really trying. But I might have a signed Richmond Webb jersey coming soon.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that. I'm working on it. Not confirmed yet, but I'm working on it.
That's why y'all need to subscribe. Join the show.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I think the guy in the Ducati won. Anyway, speaking of new seasons and new gear, I will be revising the Fanatics spot for a new season. However, Fanatics don't pay me to do that, so they'll get it on my time.
So I had to bring up Michael K. Michael K has negotiated what do they call that, where he got paroled early.
Yeah, I got to see what this text message is all about.
Yeah.
Back in?
New rule: banked money is only worth 0.50 on the dollar.
Oh.
Damn.
See, I got clout.
But that's only. Hey, can we revise that a little bit? That's only if you've banked $100 or more. Like once you get to $100, it's 50 cents on the dollar.
Back off. So we're making that rule now. We can take them back off now, right?
Huh?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Michael K. I'm just messing.
Oh, those are perfect.
Those are 9.
These are. Well, actually, these are 8s. No. The ones I have on here are 8s.
They're a 10. A freaking 10.
The man only wears a size 8. Typical Buffalo fan.
I just got my shoe delivery. I'll be right back.
Oh shit! He has girl feet.
Size 8, Michael K. No offense to anybody up here that wears a size 8, but
I'm way beyond that.
I have a
size 15.
Damn.
15.
You know what? The only way there's a possibility I see one of the rookie starting guys, to get back to that topic real quick.
Yeah.
Honestly, and it's not even out of the question, because many of the positions that we drafted, they're high injury prone starters. So I wouldn't be shocked if Xavier Howard in OTAs takes a crap and steals our money. He don't believe in this rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be a situation.
You don't trust his grow-ins?
No, because what I'm saying, Color, is I got a feeling like he'd rather sit it out, collect the money, and fake an injury before putting his body on the line for this team. And I think the Dolphins probably already know that, because he had to be one of the ones sitting here saying, he's wasting his career here. Like, what are we doing?
I watched his interview. I watched his interview with Richard Sherman months ago, and I think the guy's got way too much pride, self-respect, and pride for that.
Yeah, I would agree with Color. In addition to it, though, you are not far off on the whole fact that both positions are high injury maintenance positions, because you look all the hits that we took on the secondary, and 2 of those guys may not be 100% to start the season. So you needed to get.
Yeah, I was going to say I'd go with Pete if it was McNeedham getting injured again, or.
Let's also not forget that there was down the stretch when we needed them the most. Both Jeff Wilson and Mostert were injured at different times, and they hardly had a chance to play, together in the same game. So I would be. I understand. It was hard for me to swallow, but I understand the direction that they're going in as of now.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know.
I'm
And
gonna tell you right now.
And Pete, real quick, don't think that I disagree with your premise. Like, I think there's going to be enough injuries somewhere that the rookie corner is going to get on the field.
Oh yeah.
Well, I expect maybe a corner or you see the thing is I wouldn't even be shocked if Noah Igbenogany gets more reps than the new corner
That's
that comes
possible. That's possible.
So
to be honest, the corner position drafting was not even that shocking. What was shocking more is the fact, in my opinion, and do understand this is my opinion, there were better corners on the board at that time than Cam Smith.
I mean, Stevenson was the top-ranked corner left on the board, and he was the 7th best overall on the board.
Yeah, I think at the time that's what was more shocking.
10 pounds heavier than Cam Smith, but only 1 inch shorter.
And this is another thing right here that I expect a lot of the rookies that came in, especially on defense, to have trouble picking up the defense. Because did you guys see Jerome Baker's latest interview? He's literally stating already that he's having problems picking up the new defense. So I'm assuming the language, the verbiage of it, whatever the situation may be. But when you look at the Jerome Baker interview, you're going to see what I'm talking about. So thinking that someone like Cam Smith is going to pick it up so quick when Noah Igbenogany has already been in the building longer, I think Noah Igbenogany has a higher chance of getting more reps again than Cam Smith. So I think this fan base needs to slow down. I know everyone is hyped. They're excited. We're supposed to be. We got new guys in the building. But let's just be real. We got to be a smarter fan base, man. Like sometimes I feel bad how it looks because we have our team set, guys. We know, like we pretty much know our starters. We know where the competition may be set at, but it ain't going to be took by no rookie.
No, because the guy developed.
If anything, someone like maybe Malik Reed might make a jump and surprise someone and be like a middle linebacker somehow, some way he switches up.
It ain't hard to impress at linebacker on our team if you can tackle.
But I would find that more to believe, or like David Long Jr. I find it more to believe David Long and Jerome Baker are going to hold that middle. Nobody's taking that from them.
No, but
like we know our starters. Whether you want to, Mr. Polk, Jerome is not a true middle. Tua is not a true pocket passer. Every player has their limitations.
See, now that's dropping a Tua bomb when it's not necessary. If I ever seen it,
because I was asking myself, I said, "Well, no, where Pete came from with that?"
No, I'm just saying, Mister. I'm like we gotta be a smarter fan base.
I'm only pointing it out because they're starting to see me as a. Hey Pete, I'm only pointing that out because they're starting to see me as your conjoined twin. So I gotta let everybody know I just called that out.
Oh yeah.
No, I understand what you're saying, Pete, because most of these players that we are drafting, and especially the undrafted, if we're gonna lose some of them anyway. But yeah, these guys got to develop and understand the system.
They're nowhere near ready. Exactly.
Right. Even when we drafted Cameron Good and Channing Tindall, from what I've been told, those two guys, good as they may be, had not, because the reason why they didn't see too much play last season is because they didn't understand the playbook. So
and
now
we
got Fangio in the house. Now they got to make the adjustment to Fangio's playbook, because you got to go from Boyer to Fangio.
I don't want to hear that either, Mr. Polk. I'm tired of that. Oh, now we got Fangio. We just had Flores. We just had Flores. Wasn't he the defensive guy?
Yeah,
why wasn't this defense already great?
For all we know, Noah operates better in Fangio's system than somebody else's system. We don't know that. People said the same thing about Tua and Mike McDaniel. Well, why not Noah and Fangio?
Exactly, Cutter. I'm not off of it. This is what I said when I looked at it, because I had to go do my due diligence. I'm like, Cam Smith, like, what the heck? They're not going to protect this injury-prone quarterback, not even with a running back. So I'm like, okay. So I'm looking at the film. Noah Igbenogany's college tape looks way better than Cam Smith. Way better. Now I see why they drafted that guy first round.
Well,
He
you
was a
know,
first round
people
talent
want to ignore
compared
it, but
when you're
people
looking
want
at
to
the film.
ignore it. But he won us a football game last year, and he shut down Adam Thielen in the Vikings game. So I mean, people can say what they want about him.
And check this out, Color. Late in the year, he was the one covering Stephon Diggs late in the season, and he was actually doing really good against Diggs. Nobody talks about that because Xavier Howard was injured. He was playing hurt.
So Color, I have some breaking news.
By the way, hold on before you do. Mycelium, thank you for the $2 donation. Wrong, Peter. Not everyone is the same. But go ahead, Ali.
So we got some breaking news, and the only reason I'm bringing this up to Color is because I think this guy has the craziest football name I've ever seen.
Get your mic to work, Marcellus, and come up here and tell me how I'm wrong. How about that? I'm sorry, Mr. Ali.
It's okay. So according to JPA Football, Ravens are signing free agent corner Rock Ya-Sin to a 1-year, $6 million deal.
Who signed Rock Ya-Sin?
His name is Rock, R-O-C-K.
Yeah,
and
Rock
last
Ya-Sin.
name is Ya-Sin. I've never seen that name before. I thought that was freaking awesome.
Yeah, he came out in the draft like 2 years ago. He's young.
Yeah, I don't know.
$6 million bucks.
$6 million.
Wow.
Yeah, 1 year.
To who?
Ravens.
Oh well.
Oh man, the Ravens.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't
Yeah,
even
Ravens.
like what the Ravens are doing. I don't even think they're having a good offseason like they're being hyped up. Y'all think Odell Beckham Jr. is such a really great, solid action?
They have other
They're
problems.
hyping it up. That guy screams like the 5 for 50 yards, 1 touchdown, maybe once every 1 or 4 weeks. You know, he doesn't look that explosive.
Well, Pete, to piggyback on what you said, I wasn't too crazy when there was talks about him coming to Miami. When I heard rumors about him coming to Miami, I said, "For what? We got enough injury-prone players as it is. We don't need to be taking on no more."
Well, they
OBJ
were
is
only
just
saying
named.
that, and then they started linking the name Color just said Adam Thielen, right? They started linking that because in our reality, we do need that one possession. Remember what game was that? That was what game was that Braylon Sanders got an opportunity early in the game, and he fumbled one of his first catches.
Yep.
Because we need someone that can be in there and catch a ball.
As harsh as I've been to Waddle, I didn't say it because he's a rookie, but that fumble right there could be the difference in that game.
Which
one?
one?
But Cola, that can be fixed. That can be fixed, right?
I suppose. Well, I mean,
we needed
a pretty
someone.
hard hit.
We got Wes Welker as a
raw fumble.
Wide receiver coach, so hopefully maybe he can help some of these guys fix that. But with Braylon Sanders and Waddle.
It is kind of surprising.
Exactly, Mr. Polk. Exactly. That's Wes Walker.
Well, we do have Wes. I mean, I'm pretty sure Wes is hammering the eyes thing on our receivers this year.
That is true. I mean, it is kind of surprising how many receivers we did bring in the draft and in undrafted free agents, though. I was kind of surprised on that.
And you know what? There's a real big
undrafted.
My expectations are pretty much Ekuzama's going to be off this team shortly, because when we first heard about it, and then when they linked Wes Welker to Ekuzama being drafted here, I was like, oh, he's going to be a favoritism guy. They're going to put him in there to show him off. And in fact, they did the complete opposite. They played Braylon Sanders, like I pointed out here, where he fumbled. They played him before him. He never really saw the field. And those are just red flags. They're just red flags all over.
It is crazy that we haven't seen him at all. You're absolutely right. That's where I do agree with you. It is so crazy that we have not seen him whatsoever. So what was the point of it? Was a waste of a draft pick.
Well, again, it's the same thing we could say about Cameron Good. Is it because they're off of him, or is it because he's a dark horse we're saving? If we're saving him as a dark horse, then I say it's stupid because you don't see any other team doing that.
Yeah,
so
it was
chances are they don't like what they've been seeing. Same with Cameron Good.
It's like when they're young, they look good. Like I remember us, like it kind of started to make me feel like Rashard Matthews.
But
they had Rashard Matthews for a bit, He was never getting opportunities, but he always looked ready in preseason. But when the regular season came around, it wasn't until late in his contract when they
Well,
started
you know what I mean,
unleashing him.
Ali, you play fantasy. You play fantasy, right?
Yeah.
So you see like every year on not most teams, but like a lot of teams, you'll see this rookie that nobody saw coming that breaks out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that never our rookie?
No, because we
never
send them
had
off
it.
to another
So
team.
they're either exactly. So they're either like seeing that, hey, this guy wasn't what we thought he was, or they're playing this, you know, they're
But here's my other thing.
overthinking it. They're overthinking it, and not just getting the guy on the field. You know what I mean?
Didn't Easy play in the preseason though? I thought he played in the preseason and he looked decent.
I think he did.
So what is the point? We got to see him in the preseason and he made Skyler look awesome. Is it because they don't want Skyler to look awesome? Are we really sabotaging Skyler? Is that
again? I think it may just if it's not because they're off of him, then it's some kind of case of overthinking instead of just getting the guy that can play on the field.
Ali, you brought up a very good point. Because I hate to say it, but I was kind of thinking that too. But I said, well, you know what? Maybe I'm crazy for thinking that. But sometimes I get the feeling that's what they're doing.
Look, I'm
Skyler.
I'm halfway kind of joking, but in a sense, they're making it really hard not to believe it. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're making it hard for me to actually figure out what reality is. Are they really worried that he's going to make the other QB look that damn better than their QB1? Or does he really suck that bad? Because from my recollection, I thought he looked decent in preseason, and we thought he looked, pretty good, I thought. Or was that Braylon Sanders that we saw in preseason the entire time? I can't remember.
I don't remember seeing much of Braylon Sanders.
I don't know. I thought we did.
Easy E was dominating.
I seen more Easy E.
So it was Easy
Right.
E. Thank you. That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Right. No, it was
Easy E balled out in that Raiders game.
Do you understand how crazy this is? The guy balls out in the Raiders game, right? The guy looks decent. He's making your third or second string quarterback, whichever you want to believe, look really good. You know what I mean? He should be able to at least find a game or two that we could have played him in, but we didn't. We redshirted him the entire season and no injury. Oh, I except for once. He did show up on the injury report with pink eye. That was the one time he was on the injury report.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Go back and check it. It's legit. I don't understand what was the point of drafting him.
I don't understand it neither. I mean, because we seen more of him than Braylon Sanders, and then I gotta admit, when we did see a little bit of Braylon Sanders, he looked not so good.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Because you know what? Because here's the reality, and I believe he was a 4th round pick. You know what that pick could have been? It could have been Dameon Pierce, right?
Oh my!
Talk about a hell of a running back we could have had on this team.
Are you kidding?
You gave up Dameon Pierce for a redshirt freshman to sit on the bench the entire year. Actually, he didn't even sit on the bench. He probably sat home at home on his 45-inch screen watching the game.
Well, that's what I mean, Ali. Which is it? Is it then overthinking and not playing the guy, and or is it like redshirting him, like you said, or is it they didn't get what they thought they got out of him?
I don't know.
I mean,
we don't know.
It might be a little bit of both.
We sat there, but we did this with guys like Jared Dukes for like 3 years.
Right.
Here's the other part of it. Some players are just shitty practicers, right? They practice like crap, but in game time, they really perform. That just happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
It's just like
point.
people. It's just like people like when they take tests, they suck, but everything else they can talk about it and they know everything about it. You know what I mean? It's the same concept.
Ali,
Ali, let me question your hypothesis in that, because 9 times out of 10, coaches want to see you practice well before you get on the field. Mm-hmm. So unless you're some kind of like seasoned veteran that have established yourself, if you're a young guy, you got to practice well to get on the field. I'm sorry.
I do understand your premise behind it. I don't disagree, but the fact is that there were some games where I felt we could have used them, even if it was just in the return game or something. You know what I mean?
Considering
Give
we
me
put
just a little bit.
considering we're throwing the ball to Tanner Connor on a crucial third down.
Thank you. What was it going to hurt? You know what I mean? Even in those games where we were getting our ass handed to us, you know what I mean? At least throw him in at the last 2 minutes of the game to see what he had. You know what I mean? And you didn't even do that. I mean, think about it this way. We actually put in, Noah in most of this quite a few times during the season when we already kind of had the inkling that we thought, he wasn't going to really amount to anything. And we even put in Austin Jackson and Eichenberg at some point. If you're going to take risks on those guys, why not take a risk on a guy that you haven't seen play in a regular season game before?
Exactly. That's what
2 or 3 minutes.
That's what forces the dichotomy, Ali. Because what really is there other than the two possibilities? Either they don't like him, or they're overthinking it and waiting until some time to unleash him on the league. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? Which is more likely? You know what I mean?
My hypothesis during the regular season was maybe they're asking him to bulk up. They're going to redshirt him and
right. I mean, Occam's razor would just say they suck. I'm including him with Cameron Good, because why would you put Cameron Good in the game at some point during the season when your entire linebacking squad can't make a single tackle to save their ass?
And you want to know what else tells me they're off of Easy-E, bro? The fact that we went and got Higgins in the 6th round. That's why.
Man, that's a good observation.
You look at Higgins and you look at Easy-E. In some flashes, they're very similar wide receivers. And that being said, I kind of think they're off of it.
And didn't we bring in Swain at some point in the season?
Say that again?
Didn't we bring in Swain at some point last season?
Yeah, and I think we brought him back again this year too.
We would instead of putting Easy on the field. See, yeah. I mean, they got to be off of him, dude.
That's what I think.
Yeah, but with Freddie Swain or whatever his name is, yeah. I'm quite sure he's not the talent of Easy-E from what I've been seeing.
No, I don't think he has the same talent. I don't think he has the same talent. It's just we're hypothesizing here, Mr. Paul. I honestly don't know what the reason is why we're keeping this kid from the field. You know what I mean? Either he sucks that bad and it looks so bad in practice that not even my late grandmother would put him on the field.
Right. Or we're dark horsing him.
Yeah, and what for? I have no idea. We're not even
to what end exactly. But see, but look, I've never been one not to accuse the organization of overthinking things, dude. So
look,
again,
here's the reality. Here's the reality. Color. This is the reality. I'm going to already cut out the fact that we're dark horsing him, and I'll tell you why.
Well, hold on. Before you do go, Elijah, I just wanted you to point out that I look at the depth chart again. Elijah Higgins is the 3rd tight end. He's not even on the wide receiver depth chart.
I understand, but he was a wide receiver in college. They're very similar. If you actually watch the tape, that's all I'm going to tell you. Okay.
Yeah, but they said they want him to be a tight end. So
I understand that. I get that.
With the capability of knowing the wide receiver tree, though, is nice on 5 wide sets. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's there's more to it than that, Shake. But hear me out. So, I'm sorry. Shake Money completely took my thought away. I'm sorry.
So, that's how Shake wins, man. Yeah, he knows what's going on. He's like, Mujo. Okay, you forgot what you were going to say.
That's why we call him Shake Money.
I understand. I think I remember now. So I was saying I'm going to go ahead and take away the whole fact that he fuck, now I lost it again, Color. God damn it. God damn you, Shake. Jeez.
How's the weather in Zamunda, Shake?
It's good.
It's shaking everybody up.
I had the perfect alibi too. It made sense, and now I can't remember.
Well, you'll just have to cliffhang that for Broken Face.
Remind me. What were we talking about?
Why we're not dark horsing Eric Izukama.
Oh, thank you. You just reminded me. Thank you. So I can tell you why we're not dark horsing him, because the whole entire season, everybody here, Mr. Pog, even not Pete, but everybody else, Mountie fans, Batman, everybody in the community said, just wait. Mike McDaniel has some secret playbook that he's going to bust out right at the right moment, and we're going to turn this bitch completely around, and it's going to be unbelievable. It's going to make all defenses throw up. And we waited and waited and waited, and it never happened, right? So what makes me believe that they're dark horsing him, Color? Absolutely nothing. I can't account for Mike McDaniel or count on Chris Grier to have some secret plan, because the net plan will never come. That's the reality of it, Color. So
hey, I cannot disagree with that, man. I cannot disagree with you there.
And I think they're just overthinking it. That's what I think is really happening.
Well, let me ask this question. This may sound like a crazy question. Does Eazy-E fit into the McDaniel scheme? I mean, because really,
if we don't, then why'd we draft him? You know what I mean?
Because we drafted him because he was mainly eyed by Wes Welker. He came from the same school.
That's just an excuse, Mr. Polk. I think it's just an excuse. They just fed what? Think about it. Every time they draft somebody, even if it's not their first guy on their board, this is the guy we wanted all along. This is the guy we want. They always have an excuse or always have an alibi on why they do stuff. They already have it pre-planned. That's what they do all off season. After they figure out what their board is, they have to have an alibi for every single person. So I understand where you're coming from. I just think that they didn't really have a plan once their first guy went off the board. I think they pooched the bed.
Well, take a guy like Pacheco. When was he drafted? Was he drafted last year?
Yeah, it was like 6th or 7th round.
So he's a rookie.
Yeah. He made the field. Yeah. He won the Super Bowl.
He's already wearing number 10 and playing the same role.
Yeah.
See, for me, Color, I think what happened is in that last year's, the 2022 draft, the guy that Mike McDaniel was supposed to have went off the board way earlier than they expected, and it threw their entire draft upside down. They didn't know what they were doing. And to be honest, the fact that they didn't draft Dameon Pierce when they should have shows how bad of a evaluation that this front office has on player personnel. That's the reality.
And see, I'm going to add something to that also. And when they do that, sometimes they hurt these players because, maybe this is a bad example. But even with Gerald Dokes, you know, you drafted him. We kept him on the team for 2 or 3 years, and then we let him go. And then to me, sometimes that sometimes damaged that player to the point where it's hard for him to get on a team or to even be able to get on the field with another team. Yeah. And we have a history sometimes of doing that.
Hey guys,
I got another one.
You guys,
good example.
I'm sorry,
In fact,
I have to leave.
I
have to leave to go over to Broken Takes. We're having a special guest tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna close it up soon now.
All right,
right on. One real quick. Yep, I'll see you over there. One quick thing, Mr. Polk. I believe he's still with the Patriots, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, and I think Gerald Dokes with the Texans, if I'm not mistaken.
So
maybe.
Hey, all right, Crazy Dolphin. Let's get some final. I'll tell you what, Michael K. Final thoughts.
Yeah, I got no thoughts. I got nothing. I'm just here to try to make the Fins Tailgate some money.
That's what's up.
That's all right. You can keep me
Let
live.
us know if you need any foot stretching.
No, you know what? No, Skechers. You guys got Skechers outlet or Skechers outlets?
Oh yeah, I wear Skechers exclusively.
Yeah, me too.
They got a deal now. It's a bunch of stuff's like $20, and it's also buy one get one half price. So I just got 3 new pair of shoes.
Oh.
Yeah, they're pretty. I like when they do that.
So yeah,
they're so light and nimble. It's like you're not even wearing shoes, man.
Yeah.
Well, that and hey, I wear Hey Dudes as well.
So
yeah, here's my final thought.
God, what a dick, man.
There it is. You guys have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow.
Typical Buffalo fan, bro.
All right. Monty Fins, final thought? Monty Fins? All right.
Man.
Go ahead, the newest member of the Wolf Pack.
We gotta make a short out of that.
All right, okay, Monty Fins, what you have any final thoughts? We about to shut this down.
Hey, okay. Well, of course, it's always a pleasure to be on
for sure.
Tailgate. All blessings to you guys.
Thank you.
You guys always come and you always
Thanks,
have fantastic content. Getting better. So yeah, man. I'll be on tomorrow.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, man.
All right, Mighty Fans.
I'm sorry to be laughing over Mounty's take, but it's just comedy gold, man.
Yeah, it is.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
Well, Color Shakeman, thanks for having me on the show and enjoy it. So let me jump off. You said there's another show starting up.
No, we're recording one tonight for tomorrow. For release tomorrow. It is only, what time is it?
It's 9:30.
9:30? Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, but
all right, but anyway, thanks for having me on the show. It's always good to be up here with you guys, or with how you say, with my brother. So
yeah, for sure.
Listen, y'all take care, and I'll see you next time.
All right, brother.
Hands up.
Dolphin.
All right.
I reckon you don't have any final thoughts.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, like you know how I said before, how I always say, there can never be a final thought.
Nope. Me neither. So, with that being said,